about to take off.
Today is gonna be great. It's not even up for debate because tonight it's time for Check and Mate with your host, the number one entertainer, puts a whip in the game like a lion tamer. It's the one and only game changer. And his hostess with the mostest, a woman so fast she'll make a man lose focus. It's sweet melody. Love what she's telling me. The way she kills it, it's a felony. Stick around to the end. If you don't, it's a cardinal sin. Now let the games begin.
Welcome to Checkmate. I'm here with Sweet Melody Media, and this is Game Changer 00100, where we are going to bring you the most interesting stories here on YouTube. Melody, what's on your mind?
Nothing much. I'm just laughing because the title has you written all over it. Like, everybody know you chose this title. Black girls with slim, privilege. That's you all the way, but I'm here for it. I mean, I am a slim Black girl. Hey. So I'm here for it.
I mean, I chose this title for you because you slimmed down and you were talking about how people were giving you crap about it. They were actually giving you crap about, your newfound slim goodness. Yeah.
Definitely. I actually got a compliment. I mean, I don't know if it's a backhanded compliment, but somebody actually told me, they was like, oh, how old is that picture? They were talking about my thumbnail. That was like, that's you like back then? I'm like, no, that's actually me now. This is what I look like now. I lost 30 pounds and I look so much younger.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is, because people are used to people gaining weight over time. So when they see a slimmer picture, they assume that that's a younger you.
Yeah, well, I love it. I mean, somebody thought I was like still in my 20s at the bodega. It was like, oh, I thought when I told them my real age, they was like, how old are you? Mm-hmm. And I told them my age and they're like, oh, I thought you were like 27, 26, 25. I'm like, wow, thank you. So it really does. I guess there's a glow that comes within when you lose weight as well, because you're eating healthy, you're walking, you're running, you're doing everything you could, you're eating fruits and vegetables. So it makes you look very young,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and it is like a glow. It's kind of like, and not like show enough glow, the evil red glow. This is the glow of Bruce Leroy. You know,
Yeah.
this is the actual blue glow.
Yeah. I agree. And somebody was telling me, it was like, you look brighter. I've been getting nothing but compliments, except for a couple of people who themselves are heavyweights. They had negative things to say, but we'll get into that the more we get into the show.
Somebody said weight makes old makes well, it says weight makes people look older. Okay. Yeah, I agree with
Definitely.
that. And that's
I
because people's metabolism, including mine, slow after time. So that
Mhm.
is like a quick way to age yourself. Take Kevin Samuels. You know, he was a reasonably slim man, and he looked he was a or excuse me he was a extremely slim man, and he looked significantly younger than he was. You know, in
Oh
fact,
yeah.
you know, he if he wanted to pass, you know, he would dye his hair, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yes. Kevin Samuels definitely could pass. And somebody was like, well, Melody is fine AF anyway. Right, but I'm a lot finer now that I'm 30 pounds slimmer,
hmm
because looking back at those pictures, I really don't like what I saw. I mean, what really, really made me want to lose the weight, I was in a picture with my mom on the beach,
hmm
and I don't know if it was the angle or what, but my thighs were huge and my stomach stuck out. I looked pregnant in a
hmm
picture, and I looked a lot bigger than my mother, which I'm not, by the way. But I guess maybe the angle, it just made me look like a big fat cow. Let's be
hmm
honest. It just wasn't appealing. And I had people motivate me like Game Changer, my
hmm
brother, my mom, people that care, they don't want to see me fat. So, they motivated me. So I appreciate that, you know.
So are you saying so conversely you're saying that people who didn't really motivate you or you know who said everything was okay, you saying that they didn't care?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're looking at me and you see that I'm falling off, because I always been an exceptionally beautiful girl, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just being honest. Like growing up,
Your
I've
height.
always been very pretty,
Mhm.
and I've always been slim and kind of like athletic build. Like people used to ask me all the time, "Hey, you run track or do you play sports?" And I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I did was cheerlead. I was a cheerleader for a little while when I was young. But other
Hey,
than
did
that,
you were you one of the ones that they threw in the air?
yes, I was small enough to throw in the air. Correct.
Okay.
I was the one they threw in the air because I was like the smallest. I was only 5'2", about a buck 15 at the
Mhm.
time. When I was
That's my
doing.
favorite one.
Oh, the one that you can throw in the air. Oh yeah,
That is my
definitely.
favorite one. Yeah. I
When
mean, I
I was.
feel that when thrown in the air, a woman should either flip or float. And by float, I mean like a ballerina, and flip, I mean like a
Mhm.
cheerleader or a ninja woman or
Right.
a gymnast.
Or a gymnast. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah, I mean, that was me. I was a floater. You could throw me up, I'll just float and come back down. I've always been slim. So as I got older, I would say 27-ish, 28, I noticed I wasn't able to eat what I wanted all the time like I used to. And then when
Mhm.
I got to 30, I noticed my face was getting a little fatter, and then everything just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger gradually over time. And a lot of people would say, oh, you're not fat. I wasn't fat, but I was hefty. I was chunky. And especially because I don't have any kids. Like, can you imagine me having kids at that weight, how big I would be? Can you
Yeah,
imagine that?
exactly. Exactly. I think the people that were complimenting didn't plan, you know, they had interest in you, but it wasn't long-term interest, meaning that they didn't want it to get to the kid stage because that's when you gain the extra pounds that put you over the precipice. The precipice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really wasn't happy with myself, but now, oh my God, I love it. It's different attention. I mean, I'm used to attention, but like I said, there was a period of time where I was not looking like myself, but now it's back to normal. People are complimenting me again. Guys are blowing horns. It's back to normal,
That's
and like I
normal.
said, that's normal to me, not to toot my own horn, but it feels good to know like the older you get, it's like you're aging like fine wine because you're taking care of yourself. You know, and there's even other like content creators that's in this space. I'm not gonna name them, but you know the ones I'm talking about. They're also in their 30s and they look good too because they work out and they do what they gotta do. Some of them are personal trainers. You know, some of them have husbands who help them train. So, you know,
Talking about like Brienne.
Brienne, yep, like Brienne. Brienne's another one. Congratulations to her for losing weight. She looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. You can do it. You can get to your goal. But she's looking good
I
too.
haven't seen her in a while. I thought she haven't reached her goal.
She haven't reached her goal yet. I
Okay.
mean, she's probably like, remember, she just had a baby. So
No, I know she just had a baby. Yeah.
yeah. So she slimmed down probably to like what I was.
Okay.
So she has a little more to go. So, but she's still looking good. Congratulations to her for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a super chat too.
Yeah, you did. I seen it. Yeah.
Zero. Thank you so much, Zero, for the $5 super chat. He says, just to get the goals started. Oh, yeah, because there's a new thing called goals. Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen Danica do it. I didn't. I haven't like implemented it in my thing yet, but I seen it. I know how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much my goal is 5 super chats, y'all. So I put 5 super chats. It don't matter how much it is. It can be 99 cents. It can be $1. But 5 super chats, and I promise you I will at least try to give you 2 shows a week. So if we can keep these goals going, I will definitely be more consistent in the shows. So 5 super chats, guys, and I got you. We're gonna do a lot of fun things.
And let
So
me
thank
ask you,
Mhm.
when you lost weight, did you lose a titty matter?
Titty? No, I've always had small titties.
So when those went down, the titties didn't get smaller.
No, titties stayed the same. I've always been a B cup. It's
Okay,
still a
gotcha,
B cup.
gotcha.
But
Okay.
I noticed I started feeling like I was looking like a gummy bear because I was getting big and then my stomach started sticking out more than my breast. So it was like my breast was
Oh, I see.
small. Yeah, so I started feeling like a gummy bear. But now it's proportionate. I'm a B cup, but I have no stomach. So, you know, and also my arms are toned, my thighs got thinner, you know, slimmer and everything. My face got slimmer. That's the most important part, that my face got slimmer. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that that is not a gummy bear's titties. That's supposed to
No?
be his hands. Yeah, I used to think that too. Those are
Is
his
that
hands.
his
But
hands?
yeah, because just like his feet is out in front of it, the hands is in front of it too. I
Oh,
could, I understand that. I mean, it is where they should be, but think about it. Where is his hands? Like that's
oh,
his arms.
so that's not his
No,
titties. Oh my God, I thought I was titties the whole time.
I thought that that's what it was for a while too.
So that's his hand. All
Yeah,
right.
that's like the nubs. That's his hands. Like both his hands and his feet is nubs.
Okay, well, I definitely don't want to have gummy bear hands for titties. So yeah, let's
Yeah.
not. How about you? Like, you're a
What
fit
up?
guy. What about your weight?
My weight has been terrible. Like last year, I had a really bad year health wise because well, I told you I was sick at the end of the year, so it wasn't much working out going on then, and I had a very long trip for two
Mhm.
months. I was away from home, and I was in a hotel living like a college freshman. So I'm actually spending. I spent like the later part of last year and the early part of this year, getting back in shape. So hey,
Mhm.
sometimes things set back, and you got to push forward.
Yeah, definitely. Well, overweight is not good.
No, it's
Everybody
not.
get in the gym. It's 2025, so at least go for a walk every day. Get up in the morning, walk for about an hour. You know, the goal is 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps is like a healthy, active person. You know, so try to do 10,000 steps a day, and I promise you, you will definitely lose weight. And drink lots of water. Lots and lots of water.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I came across this video that actually made me think about, your situation, and you had already hit me up about a show. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, let's do this instead of for pop the balloon. Let's let's get into a nitty gritty. You know.
Okay,
So
let's get
here,
into it.
let me share this
Okay,
now.
let's.
Oh, you haven't put on the screen yet.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
put it in the back for you.
sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sharing it right now. Oh, here it is. I'm trying to share it. What's going on? Hold on. Oh, I got it.
All right.
Oh, she's
Now
pretty.
she is pretty, and I want to point that out, and because I think that it's not said enough that slimmer women are better at being women, and they're prettier than not so slim women. That's
Mm-hmm.
just how it is. You know.
Agreed.
Yeah, the bigger you are, the prettier you ain't. So, and this goes into what disturbs me is the term BBW, because did you know that the second B stood for beautiful?
I did.
But
Yes.
how could one be beautiful and big?
I mean, they did say Lizzo had a pretty face, right?
That's something that people say.
Hmm.
That's see what it's like the term special when you talk about the um let's just call it regarded people. It's
Mm-hmm.
one of those things to say. It's one of those things that you just say to make the no like oh no you're special, but it's really not that. It's just one of those things that you get like oh no you're beautiful. No, you're not. Just because you have one B, that doesn't mean that you have the other. In fact, like 187 said, it almost means that you don't have the other. You almost I see. Here's the thing. Here's how I operate, and I say this before. Big women don't have faces. They don't have faces.
Mm-mm.
They don't. They're like the person on the Muppet Babies, the nanny on the Muppet Babies. You don't really see their face. I mean, you don't even scan it.
Except Nanny was slim though. Her body was slim.
Yeah, for
Your
whatever
face.
reason, she didn't have a face. She was a faceless human. She was a
Yeah.
person whose face didn't exist. It don't matter what your face look like when you're so big. It don't.
Agreed. But don't tell that to the Lizzo lovers. Oh, she's always been beautiful. Her face card never declined. She's gorgeous. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, they used to kill me with that.
Oh no, we're going to talk about the face card today because somebody mentioned that, and we're definitely going to get into that. Somebody says she looks like a chick that GC would date. She looks like a chick that you would. She looks like a dateable chick.
She's
She
gorgeous.
looks like a person who anybody who could date her would date her. That's what she looks like. That is part of being a healthy woman. She is a
Mm-hmm.
healthy human being. That's I don't think Lizzo is ugly. She's just huge. That's what ugly means. That's what ugly means, Angela. See, you say stuff like that is what ugly means.
I mean, I have to disagree. I actually ran into a few beautiful, big, beautiful women.
No,
Honestly.
that's you just trying to be sweet. That
No,
okay, go for it.
no, I'm serious. Like, I actually knew some in real life, really pretty faces. Even you ever seen a BBW, a big black? I used to think the B, the second B stood for black, but that's a whole nother story.
Mhm.
But you never saw a big woman with a slim face?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. The big women that got the pretty slim face and a nice bone structure, and they might have the lips that you like and the almond eyes that you like. They might have, the freckles that you like. They might have all
Okay,
that.
that's extremely rare, but I will say this: the time that I have seen it has been like on a online picture where a woman didn't show her body; she just showed her face. She was hiding her body, and
Okay.
then once you see the body, I forgot what the face looked like.
Mm.
So those are the instances that I've seen those, but though that's rare. That's rare
Mm.
that fat would go everywhere, but the face. Some fatties have cute faces. Well, some trannies have cute faces. That doesn't make them beautiful.
Man,
Like
there
you
was
know,
actually. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean that's like saying, some cars built in the '90s still run. Are you really wanting to like give that a try? Like
Yeah, I
some
mean,
cars with 500,000 miles on it still run good. Like, do you really want that? Do you
no.
really want that? Are you gonna buy it? Are you gonna pay top dollar for it? Are you gonna give top penis to it? It's not worth it.
Mm. Yeah, because even on Kendra G, the episode of Kendra G, saw this one girl. She really fooled me. Like before she did the Kendra cam, everybody was saying how beautiful she was. Like from her face to her breast, from her head to her breast, she looked like a slim girl. No lie, with big breasts. Like. And then she did the
Mhm,
Kendra
mhm.
cam. Everybody was so disappointed in the chat. I swear, everybody was so disappointed. So there
Yeah, they're
are
right.
yeah, so there are those women that you might think are gorgeous, but once they do that Kendra cam, you change your mind. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, well, let's hear her words. She's an attractive woman, so she deserves to speak. Let's hear what she has to say.
Let's go.
Safe to say that it is now the perfect time for the Black girl to be skinny. And honestly, for today to see Black girls, Black women finally embracing being skinny, finally embracing society, always putting us down, always putting down Black girls for being skinny. Time to start embracing your skinniness, embrace how God made you, embrace where you are right now in this stage of your life. Right now, it is really time to embrace that. The time is really now. So let's talk about it. No matter where you are in this world, if you are a Black girl, it is the perfect time to be skinny. As somebody who grew up being skinny, and not just like skinny, right? I was like skinny. I was like tiny and tall. So I always used to get those, oh, you should be a model, you should be a model compliments all the time. But in reality, people would literally bully you because you were skinny. I used to be genuinely fighting for
What kind of people do you think she's talking about when she says
Black
people used to boo you? What kind of
black
people?
women. I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you. A lot of times, the older Black women, right, will tell you, "Hey, you can eat a burger. You need to eat more. Are you being fed?" I've gotten so many rude comments from older Black women growing up as a slim woman. Wasn't even
Mhm.
funny. And also some of my peers as well, like some of the Black men, the Black boys around my age used to tell me I was too small. They
And,
wanted a thicker me. So yeah.
and you want to know why they said that?
Why?
They said that to appease the other bigger girls around you. I kid you not. They said that to appease the bigger girls because, let's just say that you come from an environment where most of the girls are big.
Hmm.
If a guy, shows that he's interested in you, reads slimmer girls, it's going to be off-putting to all the bigger girls. And since, it's a numbers game, he's just going with the odds. He's going with what gives him the better odds.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they're doing that. They're doing that to the pleasure and dismay, to placate to the big women of the world.
Hey, listen, before I lost weight, when I was a little chunky, I was over on somebody's panel. You already know who I'm talking about, but I don't feel like naming people. But
Okay.
he was telling me, he was like, "Oh, you can use some food, some soul food. You can thicken up because over here in the South, we like them big,
He's a
we like them
southerner.
thick." Yeah, he's from the South, so he
Hmm.
was telling me and Jessica X, because we both were on the panel, that we
Hmm.
weren't thick enough for him and all this stuff. I was just like, okay, if
Yeah,
you
offer
say
him some
so.
box and see if you don't open it. Like,
Right,
see, here's the
right.
thing. He's saying that to the pleasure of the bigger women that's in his audience. And I'm pretty sure he has bigger women in his audience, seeing that he's from the South. He's saying that to please them. He's saying that to their pleasure. Remember when D Darrell had that song? Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, that's what people do. They and he wasn't singing about big girls, but he was singing about darker skinned women, you
Hmm.
know, putting down their opposite makes insecure women feel secure about, the thing. Like,
But
so he
he
made.
dissed me. He dissed me in that song. He
Well,
said my
yeah, he
name.
dissed you because you're not darker skinned. Like, so he just like, okay, I know that. See, some women, some women, um, feel secure when you turn down, the other type of women. The women that makes them feel insecure. I'll give you an example. Right, this happened to me.
Hmm.
You may not notice, but as a younger man, I was a very wild dude. I was a very wild dude, and sometimes, I just I just bust people out, roast people just randomly.
Right.
And one day I did it to a white girl. And then all of a sudden I started getting messages from this black chick, because I just went off on this one. But that wasn't random. She kind of pissed me off. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, um I retaliated. But
Hmm.
so I get messages from this black girl, she was digging me. I wasn't really into her. And then like later, she was like, "So remember that day that you," and I had forgot. I wasn't even thinking about it. She's like, "Remember that day you went off of," and let's just call her Cynthia.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that." And I was like, "So that's what it was." She really thought that I was on this Umar Johnson type stuff, you know, because 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 I did this. So, I was like, "Oh, so that would be, if I was interested, that would be like the quickest way. Just shoot down the opposite."
Right.
But, it wasn't that deep. So, I think guys like the southerner that you talk about, he just picked up on that technique, and he's like, "Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot down the light-skinned girl and the slim girl, so the darker skinned big girls will gravitate towards my player penis." That's I think that
Yeah.
was the tactic that was going on there. And it's done often in the
Mhm.
black community.
It is. Like growing up, I was smaller, and I'm telling you, a lot of people shamed me for being small. It was crazy. And
Yeah.
I had a really nice build. Like, I mean, like I said, I looked like a track runner. But the big fat girl, she would she would probably be the desirable one, or they would pretend that she's the desirable one, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's very real in our community. Very, very real.
So, somebody brought up something interesting.
Hmm.
Angela C said, "Thick used to mean slim thick." The
Hmm.
fat girls have hijacked the word. Absolutely, absolutely,
Absolutely, Angie.
yeah. And it's funny because they were making jokes of that on the movie Friday, the first Friday, where Janet Jackson was like, "I'm thick." And so yeah, they definitely blurred the definition deliberately, and the fellas didn't help. They didn't draw the line and say, "No, this is thick," because thick actually fell under the white definition, that they had back in like the 50s or something like that. It was a word called buxom or Rubenesque, and that is when a woman, has large endowments but is still slim about the middle.
Right.
And they may say that black men have always wanted it. Look at Sir Mix-a-Lot song and stuff like that, but he clearly states little in the middle, but she got much back.
Yeah.
Little in the middle, but she got much back. No, Queen Latifah was always the big girl. No. And just to be clear, Queen Latifah has never had a prime ever. She has never had
Queen
a prime
Latifah was
ever.
Queen Latifah was cute
She
back in the
no,
day.
no, she was big.
Come
It's just that our
on.
definition of big has changed. Yes. Yes. She was always big. So he said the first season of Living Single. Which season of Living Single was Queen Latifah considered the pretty one? I'll wait.
She wasn't considered the pretty one,
She was never considered the
but
pretty one in anything ever. She was never considered. That was the '90s definition of a big girl. She's always been the 90s definition of a big girl. The thing is that the definition has shifted. But
Right,
no,
because
she
now
hasn't
she
had a
wouldn't be
prime.
big.
Yeah, exactly. But she hasn't had a prime, and she never been the pretty one. She's always been the least pretty one in every foursome thing that she has done ever. She was the least
You don't
prettiest one in Set It Off. She was the least prettiest one in Little Single. She was the least prettiest one in Bringing Down the House, and she was the only one there.
Well, that's
That,
because she always gave off lesy vibes. Because she is a les, so
no, no, she's
she
been giving
always
off
gave
fat
those
vibes.
vibes.
She's been
I
giving
get
off
it.
fat vibes. Because she is fat. What, you think men don't like lessies? Of course we do.
I didn't say that.
No, she has given off fat vibes. You think that we didn't like the woman that Queen Latifah was with on Set It Off? She was the hottest one, more so than Vivica Fox. No, it was the fat,
Okay.
which made her lesser woman. And she understood that. Like, for example, on Bringing Down the House, she catfish. In fact, I'm going to play that on movie night. After this, I'm going to movie night. And I'm going to play that.
Yeah, so everybody come. We're going to continue this conversation on movie night. So when we're done, make sure you guys hit the link. All right, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, so she understood that that she is the least attractive. That is her place, and her acting career reflected that. On Bringing Down the House, she goes into this white dude's house who was expecting a slim white woman, and got her. She knows that she's not the attractive lead of any movie. No, it's foolishness.
I'm sorry. I always thought Queen Latifah was cute, and not just because she's from New Jersey. Not just because she's from New Jersey, but that's my girl, and I think she's cute. Her
She
face.
is not cute.
I
Her
mean, like,
sister is cuter, and
I don't know what her sister looked like.
isn't her sister Roxanne Shante?
Oh, is it? I
Somebody in
guess.
the chat room tell me. I could have swore her sister was Roxanne Shante.
Oh, I'm not sure. But I mean, I can't sit here and say she was like busted or anything. I think she was pretty.
She
You
was
know,
fat.
she was a little on the chunky side, but yeah,
No, no, no. She's 90s fat.
90s fat. Okay, we can say that. We'll say 90s fat. She's not
No,
fat
but
in
but
today's
see, I,
standard.
I I haven't grown out of the 90s. It's still fat.
Yes, I have to agree. See, everybody in the chat saying not cute to me. She wasn't cute to me. Okay, I
Oh, they're not
guess.
related? Okay.
Oh, they're not related. Maybe they have similarities. That's why you said that.
No, they don't look nothing alike. I think I've seen on a movie about Roxanne Shante.
Isn't that the rapper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her before on that cruise I went on. She was there. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they kept pushing the bar of what fat is. But we always liked what we seen on the screen. Now, I want the chat room to point out a flaw in the woman on the screen. Because I see one. I want to see if y'all catch it.
You see a flaw? Okay, let me look at her. You mean like her physical? I have to like
Of course,
pick
her
out a
physical.
flaw. I know, but let me see. She has nice lips. She has beautiful skin. That's not the most appealing picture. I mean, like where we have her paws.
Yeah,
That
still, but I'm not talking just regular. Yeah, Clue said it. She has big eyebrows.
I was gonna
And you
say
want to
that was
know
my next
something?
thing.
And
Yes.
you know something? I don't care. Why? Because when a woman is in shape, you overlook the big eyebrows and stuff like that. You just do.
Yeah.
You overlook the Bert and Ernie eyebrows. But um she has them and
Mhm.
nobody here cares.
Wait, hold on. What's wrong with her teeth,
Nothing's wrong with her teeth. You
Herbie?
was guessing.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't see anything wrong with her teeth or her
No,
nails.
no,
And
there's nothing
I
wrong
like
with
her
you.
nails.
They're guessing because they know something is there, but they can't see it. And they can't see it because she's in shape. You see, a fit in shape woman
Mhm.
hides other flaws. Remember when Danika's teeth was not perfect?
Yeah, well, people still was trying to pick out her teeth.
Yeah, but I mean, like her audience of thousands didn't care because the body though.
Right.
That is the most important thing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you don't really see flaws. I get it. So you can have an ugly
I
face.
see
You
them,
can be
but
a
I don't
butter
care.
face. So you're telling me you can be a butterface, right? But be
Butterfaces
in
exist.
shape.
Now I'm not saying like if a woman is extreme, is like extremely unattractive. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that, in the case where you just have some bushy eyebrows or something like that, you know, it goes unnoticed by most people. However, if she was big, the first thing you zero in on is her other flaws. Everything a big woman does is worser. Everything. And they
Okay.
can't cross their legs.
Oh yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Remember that show you did and the way they were sitting? You was like, I like how she's sitting, but the big girl couldn't even cross her legs.
Yeah, exactly. They can't cross their legs.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, they vagina push their legs open because they're
Mm,
nasty. All right, let's continue.
okay.
for my life to defend myself against people who were not that skinny as me. Now that I grew up and I can look back at those moments of why they were bullying me, why were these girls finding my skinniness so intimidating, or why they were just so like mean to me. And I was just like, I couldn't understand it when I was younger because I was like, why is me being skinny? Why is me just living my existence literally making you feel like you have to insult me or you have to put me down in some type of way, right? I never used to understand this as a black girl. I used to think like, well, isn't being skinny like a good thing? Like there would be like models on magazines, and I used to consume a lot of like magazine media and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I look like them, so why am I not getting the same type of like, I don't know. I was like, why am I feeling this way when it comes to my peers, right? But yeah, it was just really just two different beauty standards. I was one type of beauty standard, and I had to deal with the consequences of that within my race. And then the other types of skinny girls who were in their race, I'm pretty sure they didn't even feel any type of way, right? And the thing is, being skinny wasn't even like a choice for me. It was just how I was. I just grew up being skinny all my life. And I wasn't like eating small portions of food. I used to eat a lot, okay? I was definitely eating
Mhm.
like a big bag, okay? I was like eating normal for my age. You know what I mean? I just maintained the weight. It wasn't until I hit my grown woman era, I would say, I like to call it, right when I turned like 23, that's
So
when the weight started to
this is a
come on
shame
me.
is
And then I
because she
was
has grandeur of being bigger,
Mhm.
which is most certainly not a good thing.
No, it's not. And I can definitely relate with what she's talking about with being picked on and
Hmm.
bullied because you're small. Because I was a lot smaller than a lot of the women, the girls who picked on me in school. They
Hmm.
were always way bigger than me or fatter than me. And I always wondered, like, why? Why? Is it because I'm small? Is
Hmm.
it because I'm prettier than them? But yeah, all of the above. So I could definitely relate to that.
Well, it's funny because and this is another thing. There is a personality defect that comes with being overweight for women, and that is and she confirms this, that is you are trying to appeal to female body standards,
Mm-hmm.
where slim women are trying to appeal to male body standards.
Yeah.
You're trying to be beautiful so other women, so you can get compliments from other women. Actually beautiful women are trying to get compliments from me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the only one that matters.
That's it.
And
But
unless you like the delicious taste of carpet.
that's funny. But you're right because the boys loved me. Like I
Yeah.
had no problem with boys. All of my friends were boys growing up.
Hmm.
And I was kind of a tomboy too, my personality matched. And the girls also hated that. The fact that the boys liked me. They were more attracted to me. They hated
Hmm.
that. So it made them go even harder on me, you know.
I'm sure the boys wanted to go harder on you. Yeah. Ha.
GC.
All right. Well, let's continue. Speaking of go harder, just saying.
Yeah.
like, okay, this is the perfect time time to see how I would look like being a bigger size than I was, because I literally went from being super, super tiny to being at my goal weight right now. And it really does feel amazing to me personally. Goal is to be like I have no to go back to that look that I was. I feel like there's going to be another shift too, where people are going to be not even wanting to be that thin, because coming from the perspective of somebody who was actually super thin, it is not the greatest feeling to be like that. It is not like this like thing to be placed on like this pedestal. I think if you are naturally like that, then that is good. You should really love the way how you are. But if you are not that size naturally, and you want to become so ultra thin, just take my advice. You can be like that if you want to be. You want to know how it feels.
Okay, I'll pause it to let it stop buffering. But model thin is really not what people are taking that too seriously. The reason why models are model thin isn't because that's the beauty standard. It's because it takes less clothes material. I'm not joking.
Really? I
They're
never heard
modeling.
that one.
No, they're modeling I have, because I've dealt with women who model before, and it costs more. We're not talking about cheap clothing here. We're talking about they're modeling the clothes. You're supposed to be looking at the clothes, not the person in them.
Right.
So, they're not going to necessarily go for, the Chloe Bailey physique, because who remembers what Chloe Bailey is wearing ever? You're imagining what it's like with the clothes off. So
Yeah.
they're looking for something different, and but no, it's the material. We're dealing with like very expensive material. The dress designers aren't doing it just once, so it takes twice as much cloth to put around, or three times as much cloth to put around Lizzo than it does your standard model. So that's expensive. That's more sewing that they got to do.
Well,
It's
now
not
they
like
have, I'm
go for
sorry.
it.
I was going to say now they have the plus size models.
That's not a real thing. Those aren't real people.
So they're fake people?
Yeah. Yeah, they're fake people.
Yeah.
See, I had a friend of mine tell me that that they got crackheads in New York bagging groceries.
They have them here too in Jersey.
Well, that's because y'all live in crappy places. That is the nastiest thing ever. And y'all say it like it's normal. That's why
Well,
I'm not going to go. That's why I'm not going to go to places that begins with the word new. And that is New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey.
New
What else?
Orleans,
Well,
New Mexico.
there's a New Mexico?
You didn't know that? It's a
No,
state.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, New Mexico, New Orleans, New Jersey, New Hampshire.
I'm staying away from most places that begins with new, because they have like crackheads that bag groceries. That is nasty. We got teenagers in the mentally challenged that bag our groceries.
We have
Like,
those too.
okay.
Yeah, we have mentally challenged older people too. We have elderly people. We have veterans. We have all types of people
Well,
bagging
just
our
like the
food.
crackhead isn't a real employee of the grocery store, a plus size model is not a real model. She's not a real person.
Okay. Oh my God. Wait, somebody was like, a big girl just won Miss Alabama.
It's not a real person. And Alabama is not a real place.
Isn't Alabama next to Mississippi and all that?
I don't know.
Your favorite place, Mississippi?
I swear I don't know. I know that that's where like Forrest Gump comes from.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I guess if you live in Alabama and you're looking for a woman that's not your cousin, then Miss Alabama just so happens to be it.
I guess so. Somebody asked me if I grew up in a hood. Maybe that's why you were the smallest. those girls tend to be overweight. Yeah, I mean, I kind of sort of grew up in a hood, but not my whole childhood. Like when I was in the hood, that's when I got it the worst. But I mainly went to like Catholic school, private school my whole life. But when I was in those public schools, yeah, that's when the bullies came out. Yeah, those big, mean girls putting nair in your hair and jealous. Those are the type of women that are the type of girls, I keep calling them women, but those are the type of girls that'll cut your hair if they sat in the back of you. Just haters, jealous.
Mm-hmm.
Because you pretty and you came to school dressed nice and you had the pretty hair and stuff. They didn't like it at all.
Exactly. Yeah. Somebody said Ashley Graham is a plus light. Listen, no. All right. Plus
Ashley Brown.
models like being a superhero without superpowers or super money or anything. That's you. You're a regular guy that they let into the Avengers, just because, just to give regular people hope.
With no
You're not.
superpowers.
Yeah, you're not an actual member of the Avengers. You're a regular guy. You're the person that polishes Captain America's shields. That's what you are. You just work in the background mixing chemicals together to give Spider-Man web fluid. That is your life. But you are not an Avenger. And they are not models. They're just there. So a friend of mine said, because he used to tell me these wild stories when I was in high school. A friend used to tell me wild stories about um, away games. He was on the basketball team.
Mhm.
You know, about these the white girls and stuff, and just away trips and everything. And I wanted to be a part of that, but of course I'm not athletic. Um, so he suggested to me to be the water boy. I was like, hey, that sounds like a good deal. I don't actually have to play, and I would be a part of the team, but I'm not a
Right.
part of the team. I'm not. It's just an honorary position. And my uniform, I didn't do it. And my uniform would be just an honorary uniform. It's honorary. It's not real. It's fake. It is a fake thing that they give to unathletic people to say that they're a part of the basketball team. That is what plus size models are. They're fake models that they just give the title to so they could feel good about themselves, and they
Yeah, I
could
think
go and they could
because
go on the trips with the regular sized women.
yeah, well, I think because most Americans are overweight,
Hmm.
that's why they need plus size models because most American black women can't relate to regular models in the clothes that they're wearing, you know.
Well, no,
So
they can't, but they
they
can
have to.
fantasize. They're supposed to fantasize. Lesser women are supposed to fantasize about their betters, but
Mhm.
instead they don't even do that anymore.
No. And you know what's messed up? I like Fashion Nova, right? I think they be having some cute outfits. Yes, I order from there.
Hmm.
They used to fit me so well, but it seems like now that they started like using plus size models for everything, none of the clothes fit me anymore. All the clothes are too big because my size is small. So when I order small, it's fitting me like an extra large. And I'm like, wait a minute. So now
Hmm.
y'all got plus size models on here, and the clothes are huge, even the smalls. That's crazy.
Hmm.
Like, even I bought something extra small, it still didn't fit me.
Hmm.
So it's just strange how now they're making their clothes because they think everybody's fat. Even a small is is not for small women. A small
Exactly.
is like medium now. So weird. Because they like you said, they want to make these bigger girls feel better. So you're telling them that they're a large instead of an XL. So it's like they're making the sizes. Am I making sense? I hope I
No,
am.
you are. They're
Yeah.
tricking you, and it's
Yeah.
it's it's done on every level, Melody. You see, it's deeper than that. Basically, what we're dealing with is the evil forces of Cobra. So right now, America is the most powerful nation militarily speaking,
Right.
but The evil forces of Cobra understand that if the next generation is full of fat people, that nobody would be able to fill our ranks in the military. And then they'll be able to take over.
Mm.
That's what's really going on. They're trying to fatten up our military so we will be left undefended.
That's messed up.
It is messed up, but that is the truth of it. All
I
right,
went to
let's continue.
real
I'll go for
quick.
it.
I went to Canada with my family, and we were over there. And one of the Canadians, when they found out we were Americans, they were like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh my God, let me ask you a question." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Is it true that Americans, what do you say? All Americans are overweight and Americans eat big plates of food?" And I'm just like, yeah, unfortunately. And he was like, "Yeah, it's really a thing. Like we talk about that over here, how Americans eat like pigs." Like he didn't care what he said. He was just,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, wow, that's so embarrassing. He was like, "And a lot of you guys are unhealthy." And they was like, "Not you. You look fine. But I mean like Americans in general." And I'm just like, yep, that's true though. I can't be mad at what you're saying because it's the truth. But this is how Canadians look at us, like big fat pigs.
That's how everybody looks at us.
Yeah. I couldn't believe this guy was asking me this. I'm like, really? He's
Hmm.
like, "No, it's a thing. It's a thing over here, like about big fat Americans." I'm just like, oh, wow. Yep. It's a
Yeah.
thing.
All right, let's continue.
Mhm.
For me personally, I felt just weaker, more feeble, more insecure. I felt a lot of different emotions when I was that size. For a lot of us Black girls, our goal was to figure out how to get bigger, how to get thicker, how to gain more weight. To see the shift happen right now is really, really crazy. I don't know if the majority of Black girls right now are still wanting to be skinny or they still have that desire to be thicker. But right now in 2024, it's definitely the time, if you are a skinny girl, to really just show off your body, really
Yes, I
just try
agree.
to embrace the moment of people wanting to accept you for how you are and not actually try to bash you. A lot of people are striving to be like that right now so much where it's going to be the opposite effect of what happened to us in the past. Like in the past, people would be like, "Oh, you're so skinny, you have chicken legs, you have this, you have that." They will be like super insulted. Now, like it is the time to shine. You're a skinny girl because now everybody's just looking at you as like inspiration, and now people just want to look like you.
Okay. And she's talking about the black people here because, everybody else always celebrated slim black girls.
Mhm.
What they have found has happened is that, well, the men and women found two things. One is that black women have realized that because the world has gotten smaller and more integrated, black women have realized that the beauty standard is not going to change just because they try their manipulation tactics. The
Right.
manipulation tactics is not going to change the beauty standards of the world. It's going to change the beauty standards of Greenbow, Alabama, and Chickasaw County, Mississippi, but it's not going to change the beauty standard of America at large. It's not. You're not going to get as many hits on social media as a big girl. They understand that, so they have given up on this endeavor. So she's saying that now we could shine. You could always shine to my penis because you are an attractive woman.
Right.
So it is really the time to really flourish if you are a skinny Black girl right now. As somebody who gained a little bit of weight right now,
It's really
I say
bad
you
with the
guys
board.
embrace being super skinny, embrace being how you guys are, because it has been a struggle on Black girls when it comes to being skinny. We have been through it all when it comes to insults. We have been through it all when it comes to the media glorifying bigger body types and bigger.
It's not the media. Is unless you get your news from BET and Chrissy, it's not the media.
Mhm.
It's not.
It's not. It's our
Like
communities.
how many on regular media? How many like overweight news reporters do you see?
Not many.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the media. It is the black community. It's Big Mama and them in the
Yep.
black community that
Especially
does
Big
that.
Mama. Especially Big Mama.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's always been. I was watching Good Times. I like to watch Good Times from time to time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the mother from Good Times. I know you watch it because your sister is my age.
Mm-hmm. It comes. That stuff still comes on.
Yeah, it still comes on syndication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reruns and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and I was tripping because I understand why JJ and Thelma and everybody was calling Bookman Buffalo Butt,
Mm-hmm.
but why was Florida calling them Buffalo Butt? That was weird.
I don't know. That's the mother, right? Florida.
Yeah, that's a mother.
Yeah, because she was Buffalo Butt herself.
Exactly.
The pot calling the kettle black.
The pot calling the kettle fat. Like, what was that about?
That is a good question. I don't know.
And nobody noticed her, like if I was Michael, I'd just be sitting there like, oh well, it kind of makes sense when we do it, Mom. But when you do it, it's like we're not supposed to notice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're not supposed to just address the elephant in the woman. We were not supposed to address this.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna say
Wait,
Esther Rose, who's
yeah, I
Florida,
was
was
gonna read that.
20 years older than John Amos, who was the father from Good Time, James
He looked
James
a
Dean.
lot. He looked a lot older than his age. I heard he was
He's
only in his
just one of those
40s.
people. He has like a hard dad face because and he always had because he's only 5 years older than JJ.
That's wild. And JJ looked so much younger than him.
Well, I mean, it's not that JJ looked young. It's just that he had a grown person's face, and you want to know why? He was like that
Why?
because black men were serious back then. They were serious. They
Mm-hmm.
all aged like real quick. Like they didn't have like people that look like Lorenz Tate, who I think is almost
Right.
50. Like they didn't have people like that back then. They all had like a real serious look about them. Like you look at Bill Cosby, look
Oh,
how.
I heard he was younger too in his shows.
Yeah, exactly. But even when you go back to like that old black exploitation movie, grown men look like grown men. They had hairlines, they had the grays. Look at George Jefferson. Grown men look grown back then.
Yeah. I
I
heard
don't know why, but they did. And that's why the father from Good Times looks so damn old.
yeah, right. And I also heard, that show All in the Family. My dad still watches it to this day. I
I don't
heard
know
they
that
were
show.
only in their 40s too.
What show?
All in the Family?
Somebody said Lorenz Tate is about 47 years old. Well, he looks like he's 27 years old. That's my point.
Yeah.
Like look at Will Smith and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Denzel Washington just got old like 3 years ago.
What about like Pharrell Williams?
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying that these people didn't exist back in the day.
Mm-mm.
Like they just accepted old. And you want to know why they were old so quick?
Why?
Because they got married young.
Mm.
Getting married turns you old.
Makes sense.
Boobs and butts and stuff like that, we have had our moment to sit down in a corner and cry somewhere, wanting to gain more weight and can't. I personally love that I gain weight because now I can see a different side of my body that I never knew before in the past. I was just so used to being one particular body type for so long and how it felt so long. And being able to see myself in different types of clothes and different types of aesthetic, being a little bit more thicker, being a little bit more curvier than I was.
Hey, what kind of words is she using?
I don't know.
Oh, Melody gone.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
You don't know? You're from I hear you. So you're from one of those new places. This is not regular talk.
Oh,
What kind
like
of words are those?
I guess that's new words. I don't know.
Well, I hear accent, but I don't know what it is.
Let her. She sounds like she can be from New York.
No, she seemed too pretty to let crackheads touch her groceries. Well, but then again, those eyebrows. Never mind.
Don't sleep on New
Was
York. It's gorgeous.
I like to embrace that. I like to embrace whatever body type that I'm experiencing
I
at
know.
whatever
I'm joking.
age. I'm going to be working on my body to make it the best that I can because I feel like everybody should strive for
I
that.
agree.
Everybody should really strive.
See, you hear that? This is what we like to hear. I'm working on my, and I don't even think that she's from anywhere spectacular. I think that once you become attractive enough, you just automatically get an accent. That's what I think. I think she has an attractive woman accent. She says
Maybe.
that I'm going to work on my body to be the best that it should be. You want to know why? For me. That's the reason that she's doing it. And I appreciate stuff like this.
As you should.
Yeah.
What they actually want from their body. But for me, I'm just embracing where I am right now. But I'm definitely going to be hitting the gym because baby girl needs some abs, okay?
Yes, you do. And that's that. All right, let me stop it. Somebody
That
said
was
West
it.
Indian accent. Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
That's it.
she sounds like she's definitely from the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's what they're saying in the chat room.
Yeah. So I'll give her that. Or she could be from New York. See, New York is full of Caribbean people. That's why I said she's probably from New York.
You know, I think that Caribbean women are attractive enough to be referred to as Caribbean.
Caribbean queen. My mom liked that
Exactly.
song.
Everyone likes that song. I think
Yes.
that they have earned the title Caribbean. I think that they have upped themselves. Like if
Yeah.
Mexicans were hotter, we would be able to call them Brazilian. I think that Caribbeans should be called Caribbeans.
Caribbeans. Yes.
Yeah. Just like the song, just like you said.
Caribbean queen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, some Caribbeans are cute. You know, there's some that are
So,
not.
do you think that the diaspora is enough to upgrade their name?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You
So
know,
we can
Dominicans
agree.
are gorgeous and Haitians and well, some
Agreed.
Haitians, but yeah, there's a lot of
Agreed.
like beautiful women out there. Boricua,
What does that
got all
mean?
different kinds. Puerto Ricans,
Oh, okay.
all different types of women.
Did they get that name after they've been upgraded for
Oh
being
yeah.
attractive, or is that?
Well, that's how you say it in Spanish.
Oh, got you. Okay, so that's just a Spanish
Boricua.
name for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Do you
yeah,
speak Spanish?
no, I need to learn. How about you? Are you learning?
No, I'm not. I mean, every now and again, I try to like get my lawn done by Mexican, but it and I try to use their words, but they look at me like I'm stupid.
Hmm. No, I think we should all learn because everyone speaks Spanish nowadays. I understand a little bit. I work in a bodega. They speak it. I understand. I can speak broken Spanish, but just from working in a bodega and hearing people, speak, I understand it. And you in
Well,
California, so
yeah, we just have Mexicans, but As far as that's almost the entirety of our Latin diaspora, where on the East Coast it's much more diverse.
Irby, yes, it's in my blood. It's in my blood.
Hmm.
Oh, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Clue said he can speak Tex-Mex.
Call me a hater, but Slim Kim's video about how she's so happy she's skinny did bother me. And I think it is.
Oh wow.
Call me a hater.
Milk at the
Movement.
What does that mean?
Milk at the movement. I don't know. That's a weird.
But Slim Kim's video about how she's so happy she's skinny did bother me. And I think it is weird. I also find it so interesting that she felt comfortable making this video after the election, because there is a correlation. What we're going to start to see is so many people clinging on to whatever perception of privilege that they have as a means of social advancement. But back to Slim Kim. She knows what she was trying to say. You know what she was trying to say. We all understand what she was trying to say. And I at least wish that y'all would be comfortable and stand on it and stop trying to make it seem like we're just taking it the wrong way. Because the reality is, she's only happy to be skinny and, thinks about being skinny all day. Because that's attached to her skinniness.
There is privilege attached to her skinniness, and it's called my penis.
It's called pretty privilege. You wouldn't know anything about that, lady.
Exactly. And part of that privilege is access to my penis. And she wouldn't know anything about that either. Like
at all.
That's what really bothers her. That there is a certain echelon of peni that she does not have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but I thought she has a pretty face. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is that foolishness. And she doesn't have a better personality. It's just full of vigorous hate. And she has a yellow shirt on. It's everything she does is wrong. Mole.
A lot of them are so bitter and angry.
Of course she's bitter and angry. And why is her upper lip light but the rest of her face dark? See, it's stuff like this. Notice how we didn't notice the eyebrows of the last women, but we noticed the different hue of the upper lip area on this chick.
Wait a minute. Where is her upper lip? She only has a bottom lip.
She has a bottom lip, right? And then like this part here is the lip, but then like it's like it's a shade and shadow. Yeah, she looks like a villain. She looks like a person with a flashlight under their chin, and it's just hitting like up to the nose. It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's not a good look.
She's wrong because she's big.
Yeah. Somebody said she ate her upper lip. I can't.
Yeah, it was good. She ate it for the remaining like glazed donut icing that was on the top of it. She couldn't afford another donut, so she just like sucked in her lip.
Crazy. Angela said, I cannot stand this chick. You know who she is? You actually know? I don't even know who this chick is.
Of course, because her words don't matter because she's big.
Right. She's annoying, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hey, Freckleface.
Whenever someone tries to use privilege as an example, with me at least, the question that I always...
And my penis. Where in life can you show me the benefit of this privilege? In my penis. In her access to it.
Yeah. Oh, under her eyes. What's wrong with under her eyes?
Mole.
I see a mole, but those lines, she got a lot of wrinkles. How old is she?
I don't know. She's like a tree. Like, it's like 1 year for every wrinkle or some crap like that.
See, it looks crazy.
Yeah. She looks like Pac-Man inside out. It's terrible.
Not Pac-Man Inside Out.
Yeah.
Oh no. That was a good one. Oh my god.
What have you
You accomplished as a result of not having the privilege.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what do you mean? What have they accomplished? Like, when you look at beautiful women, let's take Megan Good, for example. What has she accomplished as a result of her privilege?
Everything.
The same thing that you're trying to accomplish with this shitty channel. But she actually accomplished it.
Yeah. Yeah, this lady is not it.
anyways, that's just how I feel. If you are happy that you're skinny and you feel, and that's
She said if that's all that you think about. That's really not here, could you take that thing down? Because I want people to get a full
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
glimpse
Let me
of
put it down.
yeah.
All right. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Share. Subscribe.
have a better existence on earth with your skinniness, then I guess go for it. Enjoy.
I don't know why it's so hard for.
Yeah.
I don't know why I stopped, but I used to model. But I just genuinely love being skinny, and it's so hard for people to comprehend that. Like I was in the weight room at my school one time, and one of the girls I know, I was working out. You know what I mean? Because even though I'm skinny, I got my six pack, my thighs are like that and everything. I got a little booty going on, but it's muscular, like from track. So everything I have is muscles. And I was in the weight room and I was working out or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to do these like workouts with me to get that body for this like things that grow your butt?" And I was like, "No, I'm good."
I don't think that there's a workout that grow your boobs.
No.
I do know that there's butt workouts.
Yeah, you can do squats.
There are butt workouts.
You can do the Stairmaster. You can do all.
I don't know what they are, but yeah.
Yeah, but the boobs, your boobs are your boobs. It's your genetics, unless you go get them done. Mm-hmm. That's it.
And she was just like, "Why don't you don't want that body for the summer?"
Wait, GC, pause.
And I'm just like, this body is fine enough. Like, I would want them. She looked so puzzled, like she didn't understand why I didn't want to work out to make my butt humongous and my boobs gigantic. And I was trying to explain to her, like, I like being skinny. Like, I feel like
I was asking you to pause it because it's boring. I mean, I don't know if it's just me. Guys,
it's because you're doing it on my thing, but yeah, it's boring pretty bad.
All right. Yeah, it's boring pretty bad. But go ahead. You can play it. I guess I can kind of figure out what they're saying.
Well, here, let's I'll download it and then I'll put it into and then I'll play it in a different way and hopefully it doesn't bore as much.
All right, cool. Yeah, because it sounds interesting. I just can't make out what they're saying.
Of course it's interesting. She's an in-shape woman. Like so her words matter more.
Mm-hmm. No, I get what you're saying. She's more pleasing to look at, so you can listen to her.
Exactly. That's exactly what that means.
It's like when a big girl was talking, it was like really annoying. Really.
Exactly. And that's because everything they do is wrong.
Mm-hmm. I get you. I get what you're saying. Like, even like when you go into stores, like how they treat you. I've noticed like heavier set women being treated bad, but like when a smaller woman or a beautiful woman walk in, they get treated with
They
the
deserve
utmost
it.
respect.
If it were
Yeah.
up to those automated doors wouldn't open for big women. Like it would just open for women your size.
Crazy. Or
Nah,
I've
they should
noticed a
rig
lot of
it
men.
so they open their own damn door.
Well, a lot of men open the door for slimmer women, but do you think they open them for big women too?
Yeah. Now, I open it when the person behind me is immediate. So if I'm walking in first, I keep it open for the person behind me, big or otherwise, and I open it for the elderly, big or otherwise. But
Right. I even open it for men. I open it for everybody. Young,
yeah.
old, small, man, woman,
Mm.
whatever. Yeah. So you're not that mean to where you'll just let the fat woman get hit in the face with the door.
No, no.
Okay. Just checking.
I have let people get hit in the face in the door in the past, and it's not fun.
Oh, you did? Oh my goodness. I always
Well,
hold the door.
no, I was at work, and this is back in the day when people had like 15-minute breaks, and people were on break, so I held the door open, and
Mhm.
then these chicks were like talking to each other and walking slow, and then I just let it go, and she's like, "Oh, why?" Because it was a group of them, and then the one that it hit was like, "Why you do it on me?" I was like, "I didn't aim it. Like
Oh my gosh.
I didn't aim it. It was a group of y'all, and you got the swing. Like, hey, you see me holding the door, and you just like chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. I'm like, no, I don't
Right.
want to.
I remember a while ago, some guy opened a door for me and let it go on this one chick. And it hit her, it hurt her finger. She's like, ow. Like, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And she gave him the only look. And I was like, oh my God, please don't let this girl wild out on this guy. And he was like, oh, I apologize. I didn't see you. I know he's seen her because he was looking right at her, but he had to say something quick, you know? So.
Nah, if she did wrong, like I mean, you hold the door open, and it's up to the next person to actually walk through it at a reasonable pace and not have you waiting there too long.
Right. Exactly. But I never had a problem. I always have guys open doors for me, you know.
But you walk through it you don't like stop and check your text messages or something, and then while he's
No,
standing there with the door open.
no, I don't do that. I actually even had somebody run to the door to grab it for me. Like he was way behind me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was about to grab the door. He ran, grabbed the door, and went like this, like you know how you
Oh,
put your
really?
hand out like after you, yeah. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there are very polite guys, you
Did
know,
he?
and
That's not polite. Did he shoot a shot?
nah, he was just being very polite. You know, some men are just like that with women. I don't know if it has something to do with pretty privilege. I wonder if I was fat or old, would he have done the same thing for me? You know, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Never know.
Hold on, I
Some
gotta
people are
do
just
some
extra
things.
nice.
Huh?
Oh, what you say?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying some people are just extra nice. Some guys, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hi, AC Robinson. Salute. Thank you, everybody, for
Some guys want
coming.
to hit it.
Yeah, Kevin said that was
Some guys
pretty
want some of
privileged.
that.
Yeah, but
Somebody said
nowadays
they want some of that box.
Yeah, but nowadays you can't just come out and tell a woman you want some box because now somebody will say SA quick with the quickness, you know.
These words are
So
true. Yes.
guys are probably just praying to God that I say, hey, what's your number? What's your name? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Let me see. No, they aren't being polite, Melody. They're just doing that for your looks. Interesting. Maybe. Who knows?
That's part of the pretty privilege that the other chick was jealous of.
Yeah. And those are the kind of girls that bully you at school, just like her. I know she's older now, but when she was younger, like all of that malice and hate she has in her heart for skinny women, she probably bullied them, cut their hair, put nair in their hair. She probably
Mhm.
did stuff like that back then. So yeah, it's a lot of haters out there.
Good
A
point.
lot of
Good point.
haters. You know. Did men do that to you? Like you was a smaller guy back in the day, right? You had like an athletic built body. Did they actually do that to you, the bigger
So,
men?
so it depends on to give you an idea of my physique when I was young. It depends on I guess which sport. I was athletic in the sense that I was toned, but I wasn't buff or anything like that. I could stand to do some push-ups as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were the ones that did. Um, so other boys, because I was younger, were bigger than me, and of course the ones who were like played football or something, they were significantly bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And but they didn't really have the same motivation, to because pretty privilege hits different with guys. So it's not like um, they had a particular reason to be jealous or scornful towards me,
Right.
as they did you.
I get you.
Yeah.
But you did say you was a nerd too, so I was wondering if they pushed you in lockers and stuff like that.
No, no, that's on TV, and no, that's on TV. Besides, we didn't even have like human sized lockers. I don't know of any high school that did.
We had them.
Y'all had like full length lockers
Yeah.
to fit in.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
You could put your books in the top, and then it was like a full length, to hang your coat up or whatever. You had clothes, coats, uniforms, whatever you had, you could just hang them up in a locker too.
Okay. We didn't even have those, but even if we did, I don't think anybody would have pushed somebody in there.
Yeah, like Steve Urkel. And what's the thing when
Yeah,
you put pants over your head?
it's
See, you
called a
wasn't a
wedgie.
true. Yeah, you wasn't a true nerd if that wasn't happening.
Um, no, you could be a nerd. I mean, I think that because people see stuff like that on TV, it gives bullies or would be bullies ideas on to do stuff like that. Like they probably wouldn't have thought to do that before, but later, or after seeing that, they decide to do it. But I think that white nerds actually have it worse than black nerds. Um,
Oh, so you think that was happening to the white nerds?
I didn't really grow up in the white high schools, but I do know that that's where that type of hazing originated.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're the ones who they're the ones who actually came up with the term nerd.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then they use nerd as a good thing, not a bad thing.
No.
Okay, so that's just now pretty much because I know the guys are calling themselves nerds now. They're into gaming, they're into computers and stuff like that. So,
Well, all this stuff now is convenient and easy to do.
hmm
So, of course, they're into it now. Like, take comic books and stuff. Like, all the comic books that nerds used to read is now in the movies.
right.
They're now like major movies, so a person could watch the same stuff that we read because we were nerds and say, oh yeah, I'm a nerd because I like Spider-Man. It's like, yes, you but you didn't read it. You like it now that it's that you have Toby Maguire or whoever that new kid is. you know you like it now that you
Mhm.
have what's the dude name from Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like it's easier to be into nerd culture now because it's been made popularized through the movies, but like all this stuff was books. Now I do remember when there was a change in the general perception of it, and that was hold on, like how I like to do, Melody,
Yeah, I know.
put it on silent and let it ring. But yeah, so there was this the perception of nerds really shifted in a positive direction when Pharrell Williams came on the scene.
Yeah.
The concept of a physically appealing nerd who's not really afraid to, who didn't really walk the, he did, who really didn't have the stereotype of a nerd. He kind of just like, okay, you could be a nerd and you could still be regular, so to
Yeah.
speak. And then that's when it actually shifted towards a positive direction.
Yeah.
Um, the whole image and reputation. But no, I was one where I was a nerd all my life, which means that I was a nerd when it was popular and unpopular, and it just kind of shifts, like what people find popular or cool or whatever always is gonna shift. That's
Mhm.
just what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, like back then wasn't the light skinned guys in? Now it's the tall, dark, and handsome guys.
Uh no, light skinned guys weren't
I'll be
necessarily
sure.
in. No, I mean, well,
Chico the
throughout all
Barge.
my adult life, light skinned dudes weren't necessarily in. They were looked at as, um, but they weren't out. Let me be clear on that. Light skinned dudes were never out, even though people like to say that. They were never out. If you're handsome or you're pretty and you're a light skinned dude, that's not going to work against you. They're not going to say, oh, he's handsome but he's light skinned. Remember when and he's from not too far from where I'm from. Stockton is not too far from Oakland.
Mhm.
When Jeremy Meeks,
Oh,
hit the
Jeremy
scene, and
Meeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
you remember him, Prison Bay.
Yeah, he was fine, but
Yeah.
he was too damn light to a lot of girls.
No, I'm pretty sure that they don't care. Nobody, like when Shamar Moore hit the scene, nobody was saying nothing. Like, of course the standard was like Denzel Washington, Morris Chestnut, and that type of dude, but
Right.
nobody threw up when Morris Chestnut or Boris Kojo hit the scene. Like, no, it's
True.
if a light skinned dude is handsome enough, it doesn't work against them. That's a
Yeah.
myth. Yeah, sometimes they're seen as softer, and but that's about it.
Yeah, but it seems like now, like on a dating scene, like even with Kendra G or Pop the Balloon, when the girls are asking for what they desire, they say tall, dark, and handsome. No light
Yeah.
skinned dudes. Like they specify it a lot. No light skinned dudes. Like with Pop the Balloon, the first three pops are the short guys and the light skinned guys. And they'll
Okay.
say it. They was like, well, I popped your balloon because you're short, and I popped yours because you're too light. Yeah, that's a thing, GC.
No, I get that, but that's when guys are regular.
You
Those
mean
things work against you when you are regular.
right?
Um, and that's when you're regular, you're an average guy, as most guys are.
Mhm.
Women are just checking off boxes at that point. They're like, okay, how many boxes can I check off to show off to my friend? That's when you're regular. But when you are like one of these God-faced Negroes, it really don't matter at that point. Like Jeremy Meeks, that's what I'm getting at. And even if you just happen to be a God-faced dude and you're short, it
Mhm.
really doesn't matter. Just like if you're short and you're rich, it doesn't matter at that
I
point.
disagree because I maybe back then when you were coming up, but nowadays with this new generation, they don't want no short dude. I see so many dudes get their balloon pops for being short, or on
No,
Kendrick.
that's listen. Those
I'm
girls are
telling you.
not serious. No, I'm not talking about pop the balloon broads. They're not serious. You think that they go on the pop the balloon show to look for love? No, they're going on the pop the balloon show to gather attention. So I wouldn't use that as, put it like this. Have you ever seen a short man? And I'm not talking about famous people. I'm not talking about like Tom Cruise or anything like that. I'm talking about, have you ever seen a short man with women who are prettier than they are handsome?
I have, but I mean, nobody really desires a short man. Everybody
It's
wants,
not a woman's first choice. No,
yeah, tall, dark, and handsome. That's what they want.
I
They
know.
they
I'm
would
saying
choose
that they
you
have to.
over
I'm saying
Obsidian.
that. If given the opportunity to make up for it in other ways, because it is an uphill battle. If you make up for it in other ways, women embrace it.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
no, it's
short.
not an advantage. Let's be clear
That's
on
what I'm
that. It's not
saying.
an advantage.
I feel like short men are the equivalent of fat women when it comes to dating.
Okay.
And I'm not, and there's nothing wrong. And guys, don't get offended. It's not me saying this. I'm just saying, like, doing research, looking at what women want.
Well, let's make it about you. Would you date a short guy?
Well, I am short. I'm only 5'2", so anything taller than 5'2" is taller than me. Will I date a
No,
guy
I
that's
didn't say taller than you. I'm saying, would you date a guy who is 5'6"? I'm gonna say Tom Cruise age or Obsidian's height.
5'6" is still taller than me. I still look up to someone who's 5'6" because I'm little. So I'm
But
yeah. If I could
but do
look
you
up
want
to
to look
you,
upper?
I mean, yeah, of course. What woman is gonna say no? Of course, I want to feel cute and little and dainty next to my man. Of course, But like at the same time, it's like I'm not going
Well,
to
what
make it
height
a
wouldn't you
deal
date?
breaker.
Why is it doing this?
Doing what?
No, I'm trying to download the movies. Hold on.
Oh, what?
But it's not
What?
acting right. Oh, here
You're
we go.
saying what height wouldn't I date?
Yeah.
Five
What's the
two.
shortest guy you would
Oh,
date?
I, 5'7" is like because if I wear heels, you know, I'm 5'2", so let's say I can wear like 4-inch heels, 3-inch heels, 5'2", 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5'7", because with heels, I want them to be taller than me. So yeah, like five
Hmm.
seven, 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". You know, I just don't want nobody that's shorter than me. Oh, you know what it is with short guys? Women want to feel protected. That's what it is. They want to feel protected. And they
Hmm.
don't feel like someone shorter than them or their height can protect them. They just don't. That's what it is.
Would you go out with a short guy that's strapped?
That's strapped? No. No. That's just not my preference. That's not my preference. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't never date a short guy, but it's just not my first preference.
Okay.
How about you? Would you ever date a fat girl?
No.
All right, yeah. Well, there you go. The only difference between a fat girl and a short guy is that the fat girl can actually lose weight. The short guy can't get no taller. You know, it is what it is. New Moon said those are greedy women. They should be satisfied with 5'9". I agree. I agree. If you 5'2" like me, 5'9" is perfect. And then Hustler and Muscular said, you have women who are 5'2", aka my height, and they still demand a dude that's 6 feet tall. I mean, 6 feet is ideal. What woman don't want tall, dark, and handsome? But at the same time, some women can't be picky. Like, average at best. Remember, Kevin Samuels called out average at best because she was requesting that 6'6". What is it? 6 feet, 6 inches. And what's the other six? I forgot. I can't even think right now. But yeah,
Did she reject the height? Did she expect the height, or was it just the income that she wanted?
she wanted the six figure, the height, and she wanted the penis. She wanted
Hmm.
all three sixes. But
No, no, the other one is a 6 pack.
6 pack or penis. I've heard the penis too. Six
Yeah,
or better.
it varies, but they do prefer the pack over the penis.
Yeah. No,
Well, you
no,
tell me.
no.
Do you prefer the pack over the penis?
Penis.
Really?
Hmm.
But you don't really see if a guy has a penis immediately.
Unless he got some sweats on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because some of them you could see that, but
Yeah, yeah. No, women do look
the
at the
bulge.
imprint when you have like white sweatpants on. I noticed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gray sweats, yeah. Like women do. But
Or gray sweats, you're
most
right.
women, yeah, but most women do prefer over 6 inches down there. I'm just being honest. I don't care about a 6 pack. You don't have to
Soft?
be a hmm?
Soft?
Yes, well, soft, of course. We want, when it's hard,
So
we
it's
want.
not true 6 inches. You're demanding 6 inches of softness. So how much does it have to be hard?
9. None of these. I'm only joking, guys. Come on.
You're not joking. Hold on, because I got one of those paper tape measures from IKEA. So
Are you about to measure? Oh,
no, I'm not about to measure it,
Jesus
but
Christ.
I am gonna make sure it's near. So later when I measure it,
Oh
um,
my God.
no, because if I'm gonna stretch it out a bit anyway.
Oh
So
my God. Y'all know GC is a jokester. He is actually a comedian.
yeah.
All right, real quick, because we all being funny and silly right now. But on a serious note, I just feel like short men get the short end of the stick. It is what it is, you
Well,
know.
what if they have 10 inches? Yeah. Ha.
But he's still short though, you know. Hold on, guys. I have my second super chat of the night. Remember, my goal was 5. I'm on number 2. Thank you so much, Carlos Red, for the $10 super chat. He says, being a short man is only an issue American or Western. Only an issue American or Western culture. It's not an issue at all in other places. I
Um.
don't know.
Okay. Here's the thing. It is in.
You Borgin, GC. Hello? You were Borgin. I didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah, no, I was saying in other places the definition of short is different, and here's what I mean by that. Um, they don't say 6 foot. Like what's considered tall in say Asia amongst
Mm-hmm.
the Orient, they like I demand a guy that's 5'6" or 5'7", and they put it in centimeters, and then
Centimeters.
will say like oh, she's stuck up. She want a guy that's 5'7". She's stuck up. So
Hmm.
people like Robert Anderson can just like walk tall there.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because you've been to Asia.
Yes, I
You've
have.
been to Asia. So what is the average height of the man in Asia?
It's small. It's small. I'm
Like
only
like
6'0".
5'5"?
I don't know. I just know that they don't that they're that it's almost a whole head. In most cases, I'm a whole head taller than them. So
Wow.
yeah, very little people they are.
Okay.
But that's really like most of the world. Americans, particularly Black Americans, are a little bit taller than others,
Yeah.
unless you're from like Scandinavia or something like that.
Europe. I heard Europeans there's a lot
No,
of tall
not regular
Europeans.
Europeans, the Nordic peoples. So like people like from Finland or Switzerland and stuff like that. You got to be like a Viking because regular um regular Englishmen and stuff like that, they're
Yeah.
little people, but some of them got Viking blood in them.
Oh.
Yeah. They're like hobbit people. They're not regular size either.
So what, they're like Shaq's size? They tall like that?
Who? Norwegian people?
Yeah.
No, no. Their average height is about 2 inches taller than everybody else's.
Gotcha.
But I'm saying, okay, so white people are little people outside of that region. Because remember Napoleon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, the average height of a Frenchman was like 5'3", 5'4".
Mm-hmm. Wait, 5'3", 5'4", so an inch or two taller than me.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the average height of the men back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know what the average height. I was trying to think of the average height if it came to me, the average height of a Haitian person at the time, but I don't know if they have record of it.
Right.
But there was a guy who goes by the name of Alexander Dumas, and he was also a general in the Napoleonic. Well, he was a general in the French army at
Right.
the same time Napoleon was, and he was six. He was like 6'4", so he just like towered over all of the Frenchmen.
Right.
And Napoleon Bonaparte had it in for him. For one, because he's black, but for two, because he was huge.
Right.
Okay, somebody said UK men average is 5'10". Listen, there's UK people are mixed with a whole bunch of stuff. I'm talking about the Anglo-Saxon gene. The Anglo-Saxon gene, as it stands alone, is not a tall person gene. That's what I'm saying, AHJ. I'm saying that um, that the reason why it's 5'10" now is because a bunch of 6 foot plus Vikings came and raped their women for years, and now they're regular size. But I'm saying that if their women weren't raped enough, they go around at like little furry people with hair up top their feet, and they have big forearms. That's what they look like. No, I'm being honest.
They got hair on their feet.
Yeah, they got hair up top their feet.
That's
I
wild.
seen it. I seen it.
So they look like cavemen a little bit.
I don't know what cavemen look like. They don't look like it in the face, but I'm saying I seen that they got hair on top of their feet,
Mm, that's crazy.
and they have those. They have the sideburns that never grow into a beard. Like that's what they look like.
Hmm, that's crazy. No, you good. I understood what you were saying, Carlos. Thanks again for that super chat. Appreciate it.
Viking people spread out to other countries. I know that's my point. They spread out through all of Europe. That's that's
Mhm.
that's that's what I'm getting at. I'm saying that without the Viking gene, they're little people. Most of the world is full of little people. That's my
Yeah.
point.
Not
White
Africa, right?
Americans, white Americans got Viking gene in them. That's what I'm saying. But it's not as much in it when you go to like Spanish people, and they're little
Mhm.
people too. That's my point.
Yeah. You went from 5'8" to 6 feet. Whoa.
Yeah, you had a growth spurt.
Yeah. Nice. I know you were happy. Yeah, and I saw Angela C. She said she was insecure for being tall. I have heard women say that as well. But some men love tall women. They say they like to climb trees, you know?
It's weird, but I don't care if she's pretty.
Yeah.
I
So you
remember I
don't
was
care.
at a nightclub
Mm-hmm.
and I was sitting down with a chick and I was talking to her, and I thought that my seat was broken.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, wait, is this seat broken? Because I thought that it was supposed to like because it went down a little bit. You know how some seats like depress
Yeah.
because it's a stool and it's on a spring.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that mine sunk in too much. I was like, wait, did this seat go down too far? And I was like, no, are you taller than me? And she said, maybe. I'm like, nah, she just talking. There's no way this chick is taller than me.
Yeah, because you're 6 feet.
Yeah, because I'm 6'0". And then
Mm-hmm.
she said, and then I said to her, I was like, you want to dance? And she said, yeah, we could dance. I was like, all right, held her hand, got out the seat. I was like, oh crap. And she was taller than me.
Wow.
So, I mean, she was still pretty, but that was a bit of a turnoff.
Yeah, and you also gotta watch it. I hate to say, but some of them can be lady boys. Some of them tall ones, so you gotta be
We
careful
didn't
about
have those
them
back
too.
then.
Oh yeah, I
Or
didn't
at
have
least
lady
we didn't
boys.
have like convincing ones back then.
Yeah,
We didn't have convincing ones back then, back in my club days.
right. Yeah, because they were there, but like you said, they just weren't convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela,
Tell me
I
if you can
hear a
hear it.
lot of. Oh, I can't hear it yet. Hold on. I hear a lot of women say that they don't like wearing heels.
Can you
when
hear
you
it?
told. No.
All right, let me try it again.
Mhm.
But no, some guys just don't like taller women. You're right.
Yeah. So I guess
That's why that song,
12.
like 5'5" with brown eyes. That's like the
Yeah.
ultimate.
Five,
Five
five with
five with
brown
brown eyes. Yep,
eyes.
exactly.
Caramel complexion. Smile like the sunrise. Body like heaven. Yeah. I'm 5'2". I'm
You gotta
five
wear
two,
heels.
and I want you. I think he said she's fine too, but I want you. But I always say she's 5'2",
Of course you do.
but I want you. Yeah. But I think he says both. I think he says she's fine too,
I thought
and
she
then
said fun too. I thought he
no,
said fun too.
fine too, but I want you. Then he says 5'2", but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Dragonfly Jones, cousin, salute to you. Shortest you ever
Oh, I'm
talked
playing
to?
the thing. I got the thing in
Oh,
the background back.
oh,
Yeah, my
hold
bad.
on.
Yeah.
I started all over.
Well, no, we already seen her, and I want to see her again. So she's
Okay.
not hot. Look at her
She's
face.
not.
All right.
This one's pretty. The one in the middle. Is this the
Yeah.
same one? Okay.
Being skinny. Like I used to be a model. I used to model. I don't know why I stopped, but I used to model. But I just genuinely love being skinny, and it's so hard for people to comprehend that. Like I was in the weight room at my school one time, and one of the girls I know, I was working out. You know what I mean? Because even though I'm skinny, I got muscles. I run track, so I got 6 pack. My thighs are like really big. They're muscular and everything. I got a little booty going on, but it's muscular, like from track. So all everything I have is muscles. And I was in the weight room and I was working out or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, do you want to do these like workouts with me to get that body for the summer? Like, like she was gonna do some chest workouts, like I guess they grow your boobs and these like things that grow your butt." And I was like, "No, I'm good." And she was just like, "Why? Why don't you don't want that body for the summer, girl?" And I'm just like, this body is fine enough. Like I weigh 136. What do I need to change my body for the summer for? This is already bikini body. Like she looked so puzzled. Like she didn't understand why I didn't want to work out to make my butt humongous and my boobs gigantic. And I was trying to explain to her, like, I like being skinny. Like, I feel like I don't see why people don't understand that skinny girls, most skinny girls, like being skinny. Like, I was walking down the street and a doctor from Miami came and told me they offered me a free BBL. I wouldn't accept it because I like being skinny. Like, I don't want to like have a Coke body figure, even though it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, but I don't want it. It looks good on you, but I don't.
Okay, so a doctor from Miami offered a free BBL.
I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, that does sound outlandish, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like
free.
talking about something
Really?
that's very expensive.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, probably he feels that if she's pretty in the face, that it'll bring more business. But a free BBL, that's a big offer. That's like beyond pretty privilege.
Right. That's pushing it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pushing it. Like, that's the equivalent to a man walking down the street and say, "Hey, you're a handsome fellow. Here's a car." You know, it's
Exactly.
just like, really?
Something. Yeah, that's something that's gonna bring you girls, just like that'll be something that'll bring her guys. So
Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't make
You
any
ever get free
sense.
French fries?
Free French fries. I've gotten free food. Yes, I've gotten free coffee, free food. Yeah,
Okay.
I've gotten free, but I have never gotten like free big things like that,
Like,
from
here's a free
strangers.
BBL. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if I believe that.
Mm.
And somebody in the chat said those septum rings are not it. I agree.
No, I agree. She's a witch. Like,
Yeah,
all women who wear septum rings are witches.
yeah. It's not cute at all. Like you're not a bull.
And this isn't bashing any of the women who have a natural BBL or bashing any of the women who have a BBL. This isn't bashing any of them. I just don't want to look the same. I don't want to look like everybody. Everybody wants to get BBLs. Everybody wants to get this done. Everybody want to have an average body.
Smart.
I don't want to look like everybody else. And I feel like if God wanted me to look like that, he would have made me like that. If he wanted me to have a Coke bottle figure or an hourglass body, he would have gave me that. But he didn't. So therefore, I don't want it. Why would I want something that wasn't given to me? Oftentimes when girls want BBLs, it's because they see other females around them built like that. Because if there was no one on this earth built like an hourglass, nobody would be thinking, oh, I want to be built like that. Because you don't got nobody representing it in front of you. I just don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that I like being skinny, or like some skinny girls like being skinny. We don't go to the gym and gain a bunch of weight or make our butts and like no. People grabbing my wrist and saying I'm small is no longer an insult. It used to be an insult because it's like people used to grab and tell me that I need to start eating, and I would back up and be like, well, you need to stop, but I never did. But no, it's no longer an insult to me. Like, I take it as a compliment because it's like, thank you. But yeah, I love being skinny. I like being slim.
Also, there's this topic going around on TikTok and for Black women, this idea that Black women cannot just be skinny and we're shamed for being skinny. I've always thought this. I found a lot of different videos and I'm compiling them here, but I want to hear your thoughts. My experience has been, I've never been super skinny. Well, when I was really young, I was skinny, and then I micro spurred and got, I guess, slim. But I've never been extremely overweight, right? I've always been like within my BMI normally. And then there were points in time, like in high school, where I got really skinny, like I was, I don't know, size 2. And then I would fluctuate when I went to college. So I've experienced, having a little bit more weight and then being pretty skinny. I've also felt, feedback from family members were like,
I don't know what her figure is. So it's really hard to, gauge what she's talking about. Like, you could tell the slimness coming from the last one, but I don't really know what her shape is.
No, she looked like she's kind of heavy from her face. The one to the far left looks like she can be a little chunky.
Oh, the one to the far left. Yeah, I'm not the one in the middle, the one talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't tell either because her face, I can't.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
Anything. So I've had those different experiences where family and friends and just people I'm around, being a Black girl, I'm seen as skinny, and there's a problem with that. But when I'm around white people or just any other group, it's normal. Like, I look good. They're like, yeah, or I just look normal, right? So I do have this question for y'all. Let me know what y'all think about the videos and just women sharing their experiences. I don't think this is highlighted enough. And I also have to note that this is, for my view, stemmed from Lizzo losing weight. And I think she looks amazing. Lizzo looks great. I'm so happy for her.
Oh, crap. I hit the wrong button. All right. But listen, I'm not ready to give Lizzo any compliments yet. I'm once again, like I said before, I'm going to wait for the end results. And others should too. You don't compliment somebody on the middle of their journey because they might think that they're at the end of that journey.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I think Lizzo is doing an amazing job, and she should just keep going.
Agreed, but you don't compliment somebody on their junior year of high school or college and say, yeah, you're doing great. I think that you've done a wonderful job. It's like, no, you actually wait till they graduate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. But she's doing okay. Just keep going. Like you said, I need to see.
I see nothing until it's done.
I need to see her do what Jennifer Hudson did, because Jennifer Hudson was big too. Yeah, because she was as big as Lizzo at one point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I need to see that.
Agreed. And then I gave compliment.
She looks amazing. Lizzo looks great. I'm so happy for her. I think anyone that is losing weight for their health, hands down,
okay, I
can't for them. I think it also can help with your mental.
But no, it's the angle.
But people are shaming Lizzo and also Ice Spice because they have lost weight.
Yeah, it's if you go to her page, because that picture was posted about 3 weeks ago, but now there's other pictures up with her bigger than that.
Oh, so yeah, it's just trickery.
It was more of the angle, yeah, but she's still looking good.
No, I'm not going to compliment to that. That's not just an angle thing.
Yeah, so let me know what y'all think. Personally, I think it's wrong. I don't understand why we've always had this kind of praise for being BBW and bigger. I think it's great, love your body, but don't put down someone that's healthy or their healthy weight and uplift people that are not at a healthy weight, or whatever the weight is for them, where they feel good, that happens to be a bigger body. Well, why do we have to shame a skinnier body or a smaller body just to uplift a bigger body? Because in other cultures, the opposite happening, and people don't like that. People don't like when other communities shame bigger women, right? So why is it in the Black community that we're shaming women with smaller bodies?
Skinny never went out of style. Going to go out of style. Having a nice has always been a thing. If the girls are skinny, let me tell you what, she's skinny. There's a certain skinny that they're talking about. It's that Victoria's Secret model skinny where they skinny, but they still get them hips and that little bubble in the back. Now, I will say, as far as the extremely big, extremely small waist, I never liked that. When I went and got my BB, it was never to have. The outdate.
I
think that has gone out of style, and I think people don't want to necessarily walk around looking like that anymore.
Yeah.
So now everybody is getting their shots removed. Everybody is getting their BBLs.
With ridiculous BBLs out there.
Yeah.
Now that really doesn't have a place in a conversation about women being overweight, but nevertheless, since they want to have that conversation, it has gotten ridiculous, and it has just like generally lost its appeal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really didn't have much, probably because I'm not much of a booty man.
Mm-hmm.
At least not as much as most Black guys.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like really it's. But some women take it too far. They think that they're doing something. You're not doing anything. You're not appeasing my penis by having like a ridiculous badonkadonk.
It looks horrible, and from what I understand, remember I did a show on it that it smells down there. Women that do the BBLs, something about organs blocking the whole. It was something weird going on, and
really?
Yeah, and they were saying that women with BBLs smell really bad. So yeah, it's all around bad, and plus you're putting your life at risk by laying there and letting a doctor, cut. So it's all around bad.
I seen this show by Tyler Perry of all people, I think, called Black Beauty, and yeah, the woman put some stuff in her butt from Home Depot. But she was a dope stripper, and she was in the hospital, and the nurses were laughing.
Oh my God! Well, she put cement back there.
I don't know. I remember it came in a can.
Jesus Christ!
Oh no, it's probably that stuff because when you have like a leak on your pipes, there's this plumber spray stuff that you put on there, and it comes out soft, but it hardens once it gets inside. It probably was that. Because I used that. I had a leak.
People are treating their lives like it's nothing. Like I would be too afraid that I would pass away, doing things like that. Putting foreign
to die
things.
with a half inflated booty. That is one heck of a way to die. Yeah.
Crazy. Just putting like foreign things in my body and, laying under the knife and taking fat from this part and putting it at that part. Yeah. And there was something I was watching where the doctors were saying that every time they perform a procedure, they pray because there's a huge chance that the person won't wake up. So they pray and they just ask God to help them, like, get through it. I was like, wow, is that risky? So if it's that risky, why are you even doing it? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. For the money.
I guess. But if it's like a 50-50 chance the person can pass away, why even do it?
I don't know if it's 50-50, but I do know that it's more than any cosmetic surgery should, like you're supposed to be praying like when somebody has the big C.
Right.
Not when they have, a little B.
Right. Well, they
But
said it was outrageous. The chance, the survival chance is crazy.
yeah, I
With the
mean, no matter
BBL.
what, it's crazy for what it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it's not that serious, you know. And I don't know who they trying to impress. Like most guys aren't booty guys like that.
I mean, they're
Like when
booty
you look
guys,
at
but
who guys go for, it's never like Drea Michelle, for example. She's not all
she
boobs
has
out.
she has one though, and she said it. She has a BBL, but hers is
Okay,
the
but
most.
did she have one before?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, so she
Drea
always had
had,
one.
right, but
When I
that's
look at Drea, I don't even see her booty.
right because they did such a good job. That's the
No,
talk.
no, I literally don't know. I didn't know that she had a booty or not because it's not that I like her face.
Yeah,
I
she
like her
has a
boobs, and I know
gorgeous.
she had a boob job. So, like, my salute and compliments to that.
Listen, I can't even say nothing negative about Drea, and you know how I feel about BBLs. But that doctor did an amazing job on Drea, and her face card is not declining. She's like in her 40s. Her face card is still valid, so you got to give
Agree,
it to her. Yeah.
agree. Like Melissa Ford, you know, who we know is like Frankenstein's bitch. You know, that's that's the result of good doctoring. You know, it's a way to cheat a woman's way to cheat her way into a pretty privilege.
Right. And I can't be mad because they did their thing,
Hmm.
And like Megan Good, I believe Megan Good is all natural. She's one of the natural beauties at her
Well,
age.
okay. There's a maybe, maybe not, but it feels like, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong in the chat room. It feels like her titties just came out of nowhere.
Really? Maybe.
Well, like one year she's doing My Cousin Skeeter, and she's like, a girl, and then next time I seen her, she was doing Biker Boys, and she's a woman, but like a woman.
Well,
I'm
she
like,
just
wait a
grew
minute.
up.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I could be wrong, but they just kind of like came in perfect out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, the world watched Megan Good grow up. Remember,
Yeah,
they
true.
said, well,
But she just
I-
grew up like overnight. Like she just went from
from Friday at the ice cream truck, Big
no, not
Worm,
that late, but she went to like
to
a free face roll bounce girl. Um, the one that Bow Wow was after, and then out of nowhere, she just like whoa.
yeah, yeah, she grew up. She had a glow up. But
Oh
that's what
well,
happens to all girls. They grow up to be beautiful. Is it
all
the
girls
girl
don't grow up
from
to
My
be
Wife
beautiful. What
and
are you talking about?
Kids? Like, what's the girl from My Wife and Kids? Or I
Yeah,
forgot
she's
what show.
pretty.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. She
Hey,
grew up.
somebody on my last show said that the girl from Bernie Mac's show, the little one, she was out selling box.
Oh, yeah,
Figueroa.
that's crazy. Now that's
Yeah,
crazy.
she out
Yeah,
selling that box.
it's sad she had to take that route, especially coming from TV.
Well, she was, yeah, but being a cute kid don't always translate into a handsome or pretty adult. It did in Megan Good's case.
Yeah, Megan just was lucky.
Genetically
She
speaking, absolutely,
yeah she hit the genetic jackpot. you know, Very
absolutely,
pretty.
and for it to be consistent, like she was a cute girl that grew up to be a beautiful woman, absolutely. And
Yeah.
you know who else was a cute girl that grew up to be a beautiful woman, but she's a feminist, so it's a waste.
Which one?
Um, Amandla Steinberg.
Oh, yeah. Well, even though she's a feminist, she's still beautiful,
Yeah,
regardless.
but she's not beautiful enough to like outweigh the fact that she's a feminist.
Yeah, you saw.
Like there's a spectrum, there's a feminist slash beauty spectrum, and she's like too far on the feminist end too. Same
Yeah,
with Scarlett Johansson.
yeah. I know once somebody's a feminist, you kind of like X them
Yeah.
out, no matter
But
how.
if they're attractive enough, then and they're not that feminist, you can make concessions. But
Right,
Scarlett Johansson and Amanda, not so much.
right. They're just too much for you. They're just too much.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, definitely. Guys,
All right.
hit that like button. Come on, guys, hit it. If you're in here and you're watching and you like the show that me and GC is giving you, hit the like button, share, And yeah, support. All right, GC.
All right.
Reduced because nobody wants that look anymore. At one point, that's what a lot of people were trying to attain. I don't understand why you would want to walk in a room and that's the first thing everybody is looking at.
It looks crazy. We all have nice, they're big, but they're not like distracting to where it's like, oh my God. It'd be some girls, and I have a big, they walk by and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a museum.
Yes.
My favorite thing to be is skinny. And I fear you cannot say that out loud, but it is my favorite thing to be, and it is my favorite fear to not be. And this is just for me personally. This is all personal to me. But I just wanted to say it out loud because honestly,
That's all you should think about.
All I think about.
No tea, no shade, but I know exactly what Slim Kim meant. This is coming from somebody who's been skinny their whole life, been bullied for being skinny, 100 pounds soaking wet their whole life, and tried everything in the book to gain.
She's like a ghetto type sexy.
Yeah, she's ghetto and pretty. I get what you're saying. And
If there is such a thing.
No, there is. I see it.
Yeah.
I definitely see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that we
I'm talking about I used to force myself to drink 3 Ensures a day until I threw up. I tried a pediment, whatever you want to call it. All the weight gain masses, the putting peanut butter in my smoothies, everything in the book, and I still can't gain weight. And I'm cool with that. I had to learn myself for just being slim as hell. So I know what she mean, but it was all about wordplay. But there's nothing wrong with self-confidence, because let's be honest, if a plus size girly came up here and said the same thing, that I love being plus size, I love my size, and I wouldn't want to wish to be anything smaller than what I am, y'all would have all been gassing her up, her tea. But for some reason, anytime a skinny girl wants to love herself, y'all make it seem like it's an issue, like skinny girls can't get body shamed. I grew up, why is your wrist so eaten? You're born weight. I've been called Slim Jim, cinnamon, twig, you fucking name it. I feel like the only people that's getting offended is the people that don't love themselves. The shoe don't fucking force your big ass into it. Y'all could have sold the post and keep scrolling. Why are you making it about you like she's trying to hate on plus size girlies? I don't think it gave that at all, but let me shut up.
I don't think a lot of you guys are looking at Slim Kim's statement about being skinny through a black lens, because being skinny in the black community is not like the highest beauty standard. It's always, shorter ab women who are thick. That has always been the beauty standard for us. I am 5'8". I am skinny. I think the last time I weighed myself, I was like 135 pounds. My shoulders are a little bit wider. I don't really have that waist thing going on. And my hips are just non-existent. It really wasn't until came to terms with the fact.
I got a feeling that when she take her glasses off, her eyes is really small. Those are some magnifying glasses.
Yeah, those are some.
And they make her look cute as hell.
And they what? You said they make her look cute as hell?
Yeah, she's cute as hell. Yeah.
I think so. I think she's very cute. I like her eyebrows, her lips, and she got those eyes you like. Okay.
That she does.
But real quick, Angela C with the 3rd super chat of the day. She said, "Get those likes up. Y'all make sure y'all listen to Angela C. She has pretty privilege. She has a nice slim body, as you can see on that avatar right there. What you think of Angela C, GC?
I don't know if she's pretty. It's just a thumbnail picture. I don't know what she look like. I don't go off of thumbnail pictures. I go off of like regular pictures, and even then, I'm skeptical.
No, but I have her on Instagram. She's a very pretty lady.
Oh, I haven't seen her Instagram or nothing.
Yeah, and she really does look like that. She's really slim. Shout out to you, because she does exactly what I do. She does the step program where we try to get at least 10,000 steps a day, to keep our bodies in shape. You can tell she's very, very in shape. So shout out to you, Angela C. And like I said, thanks again for the third super chat of the day. And do what she said and get them likes up. Appreciate you. Then we have Dane C with the fourth super chat of the day. Thank you, Dane, for the $2 super chat. He says salute. Well, he says Melody and GC salute. Salute, Dane. So I almost reached my goal. We did 4 super chats. One more super chat, and you guys get another show this week. So 1 super chat, we'll do another show. Let's go. Salute to you guys. Thanks again for those super chats. All right, go ahead, GC. You can continue.
Yeah, she's a cutie. All right.
Yep.
I am not going to be thick. I've always wanted to be thick. My entire family is thick, gorgeous, voluptuous bodies, and that's just not me. But I can still love myself for the way I am. I don't know what her intent was with that video because it was so vague. But yeah, I just think that we really need to analyze that aspect of being skinny within our own beauty standard.
The collective outcry on this app when Slim Kim came out and said what most fat people know that many skinny people think is just indicative that we are not mentally prepared for the shift of conservatism that is happening in this country. The rise in body fascism, the narrowing down of what is seen as beautiful or what is seen as an acceptable way to look has been happening for some time now. If I'm being real, it started with the deer versus doe eyes versus siren eyes versus dark feminine versus all of that. It's a pipeline. Do you have cat face or deer face turned into let's turn our faces to the side and analyze the slopes of our noses like fucking eugenicists? And I think that because we are so used to seeing the alt-right pipeline as marketed towards men, it's more difficult to recognize and understand it's being marketed to us in beauty spaces. It's not a coincidence that all of a sudden skinny people are coming out and declaring that they love being skinny. It is not a coincidence that brands that formerly claimed to care about diversity or whatever are rolling back on their darker skin tone. People are now openly saying the R slur on social media again like it's normal. All of a
I don't know what the R slur is, but I will say that she's trying to equate beauty standards with white supremacy. Hence, she's trying to make it sound as if beauty standards are bad. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
When they look like her. Yeah.
Absolutely. Real quick before you continue, looks like we got that. We hit our goal.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we hit our goal. We got 5 super chats. Thank you again, Dane C, for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate you. So since we hit our goal, because I'm going to try to do this every show, our goal is 5. If I get 5, we get another show. And if you want, you can be the guest of the show, whatever, however you want to do it. But we hit the 5 super chat goal. So thank you guys. We will be having another show this weekend. So look forward to that.
All right, appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go.
Sudden it's become accepted to declare on this app that you don't care about Palestinian people and their genocide. As we scroll and consume and even participate in social media, we need to be engaging in critical thought. Media literacy is dead. Can we revive it, please?
So it's a creator on here, and her name is Slim Kim, and she made a video talking about how she loves being skinny bad. Like she needs it. And there's a lot of discourse going on. Depending on what side of TikTok you're on, there's a lot of discourse about, whether what she said was right, what she said was fair. Like people have a bunch of opinions on it. And I just want to say, child, don't let that mental cage catch you like a rat on the highway, okay? Don't let that mental cage, let me say it again, catch you like a rat on the highway. She can have her feelings, right? That's has nothing to do with me. In fact, I think that there's nothing that she's saying that is revolutionary, right? Being skinny comes with privileges in society. Being white comes with privileges in society. Being racially ambiguous comes with privileges in society. We know this, we are aware. Stop letting that cage entrap you. We know it. You know the physical body that you are in. You see the physical space that you take up. Focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on being in that space. Focus on looking at your body, being content with your body, being appreciative of your body, and choosing to love it every single day. Find something about yourself that you like, even just one thing to start with, and then go from there. To continuously keep looking around, talking about how trying to find the mold that you have to fit in order to be a functioning member of society, in order to be an appreciative, like I need us to not do this. I need.
You see, this is what I'm
Wait,
talking
didn't she?
about. There's a certain mentality that comes with being. What's that?
Oh no, go ahead. I think there's an echo
Hello?
or delay. There's a delay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All
So
right. Well, yeah. Let's.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's not do this because how we are walking into cages, mental cages, and not you can see it, but you're not seeing it. Or am I making sense? Like,
No.
please, her feelings, her wants, her desires, they are, I'm sure, justified by her life experience, by society. Okay, let's not act like there's privilege in many realms and circles. Like, please, I don't even have time to break it down. I really I'm not even here to talk about all of the vocabulary I can put out to discuss the systems of operation. No, I'm literally just here to say her she said be what she said. It doesn't have to shift anything about how you view yourself and how you value yourself. It shouldn't actually. I'm here to yell at you and tell you that it should not. It should not. I understand and recognize that there are systems in place to hurt, oppress, deny service to people who are not a size zero. Like I understand that. I fully understand that. Still, I'm
I
saying
don't
choose to
understand.
love yourself. Choose to block out noise that feels like it'll be detrimental to your mental health, how you sustain your body. Girl, make a choice, make a choice, make a choice. Especially if you've grown, make a choice. It's not everyday discourse. It's not every day you have to be, let in. And she can have her feelings. I truly believe that if that is what she desires, me personally, every day I wake up and I want to be a stallion. I am, thankfully. But I want to be a stallion. I said, oh, it can fine like wine. But that's me. And there's nothing that an outside force can come and tell me about my body because I have made a choice to actively love it, to actively appreciate it, to see the value.
Can you pause real quick?
So you can't tell me shit. And I encourage you to feel the same about yourself. Watch out.
Can you hear me, GC?
Yeah.
Okay, there is a delay, so be patient with me. So pretty much it sounds like this woman is very insecure about herself. Because why would you let
Elaborate.
someone be in my god, this echo. Can you pause? Maybe I mean not pause, maybe mute. Okay, hello? Did you mute? I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, because I can't hear myself. Okay, is that better? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so it sounds to me like the woman I was speaking is very insecure about her looks because to let somebody be confident in themselves bother you, that's a problem with you. Like you need to look inside, deep inside yourself and figure out what's the problem. Like, are you upset at the way you look and do you want to look like her? Because that's what it sounds like. Because she's not making any sense. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely. I mean, they're retaliating against a woman who was essentially, bullied, and they're saying, like her quest for confidence is wrong somehow. It's weird.
yeah, she's happy with herself. And
Yeah,
they're upset that she's happy with herself. That makes no sense at
they're
all.
awful human beings.
Yeah, like seriously.
Please, Do you realize that your body is not a trend? Ho! Your body is not a trend. That is the physical space that you are going to be in until the day that you die. Learn to love it, ho, or at least appreciate her. Have something unshakable about you. I'm being so deadly serious. Stop letting trends and things that are coming in, BBL this, skinny body that, stop letting that permeate into you to the point where it's shaking you. You have nothing to stand on. How does some like, what is the word for that? Girl, just be unshakable. What does it matter what is trending? Aren't you the shit regardless? Right.
I was so skinny that my childhood nickname used to be Toothpick, and it made me extremely insecure. But as I got older and became an adult, I learned to like my body and to accept my body for what it is. So why would it be a problem if a smaller woman was to come on this app and say, I like being skinny or I like my body? How come that is not body positivity, but people are looking at that as being weird and trying to label it as being fat phobic? And I watched the video and she said that she liked being skinny. She didn't say that everyone should be skinny, everyone should go to the gym. So I'm not understanding why people are bringing fat phobia in the conversation when fat phobia wasn't in the conversation to begin with. I do feel like it's a double standard because as a smaller woman, if I was to say I like being skinny, I like my body, everybody be like, whoa, pump your brakes, you can't be fat phobic. I wasn't being fat phobic to begin with. I was just telling you that I like my body. I do feel like some people are intentionally trying to misunderstand the conversation and create a different narrative because the video I saw, me personally, I don't think she was being weird at all. I don't think she was trying to offend anyone. And I didn't hear anything that she said that could have been fat phobic. So again, I'm not understanding why fat phobia is being brought into this conversation. I believe a lot of people are projecting, but that's a conversation for another day.
Make no mistake, one of the reasons heroin chic style thinness is back in isn't just because of eugenics. It is largely because of eugenics in response to the pandemic, but it is also because the billionaire ruling class is prepping.
Why do some attractive women wear bonnets?
That's a good question. Because I don't.
Seems like a waste.
Or maybe her hair is done and she don't want to mess it up. Who knows?
But you're on camera. So, like, if you want your newly done hair to shine, that would be the time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot. She is on camera.
Yeah.
The people, the culture, society, the zeitgeist for forced austerity. Like, they're making sure skinny is going to be back in as chic because you're going to have to be skinny when you can't afford to feed yourself. Like, fashion has the ear of the billionaire, and they see from their kind of purview how large of a wealth transfer we just had in the last 5 years, an atrocious wealth transfer to the billionaire class. They literally doubled their wealth on the backs of us, the poor, who are only getting poorer in a more and more expensive world. Part of the reason they want you to think thin is in is so that when your reflection is getting smaller in the mirror, you're not concerned about why you're not feeding yourself 3 times a day. Not because you wouldn't want to eat, but because you can't afford that much fucking food. Like, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels is gonna have a whole new meaning when the reason you are skinny is because you cannot afford to feed yourself the way that you usually would. Because your 3 meals a day, your, amino acids, your omega fats, your salmon. We all have a little salmon moment. Maybe your steak. If you're a lamb girl like me, maybe you're lamb. You don't have access to that anymore. It's too expensive. And you're too poor. And you can't bridge that gap. Or because of deregulation, all of that has been tainted too much in the food supply for you to trust it. So you're not consuming it. Or it's been pulled from the food supply because there's no one regulating the supply. The point is, they know that they are about to push you into a further economic depression. And people should not recognize that early. That's always their goal. They want you to not realize it's happening until it's too late. And this.
So according to her, the powers that be want you to be fat. Or, excuse me, the powers that be want you to not be fat. The powers that the billionaire class wants you to be skinny because they're evil people.
Yeah.
This is one of the signs. Needing everybody to be thin again is because they will literally make you thin through poverty. You will not be able to feed yourself. They will have you damn near malnourished for profit. Like every culture has the belief that a plump body means that you are fertile, that you are healthy, but mostly because it meant that you had access to food. They cannot divorce food from its.
No culture believes that fertility is attached to fertility, or excuse me, to fatness. Nobody looks at an obese woman and says, oh, she must be fertile. They look at an obese woman and says that she must be either old, because you get bigger as you get older,
Yeah.
or she's already pregnant. Like from a very primitive standpoint, even if you're dealing with like animals and stuff, they tend to go to the lean, like a bull will go to the cow that looks like it's not already pregnant.
Yeah. And just like marriage, a man want to marry a woman who's small and in shape so he could get her pregnant and have healthy babies. So it's
Exactly.
totally the opposite.
Exactly. This is fat propaganda. Fat ganda. That's what this is.
And the crazy part is, I'm looking at this woman in the middle. She probably only in her 20s and she looks like she's damn near 40 already because of the weight. It's a lot of weight on
And
her.
looking 40 is not a sign of fertility because 40-year-olds are less fertile.
Right. Makes no sense.
Agreed. I concur.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big 10-4. All right, here we go.
Class connotations. Maybe 20 years ago, being skinny was rich. Now, being skinny is about to be poor, but they want you to think it makes you look rich. Because if you get enough compliments at the club, at the lounge, at brunch, on the street, maybe you won't think about the fact that this is happening because you're involuntarily going hungry. Just think about it. Just think about it.
As somebody who grew up fat and then got skinny and now I'm just mid-sized, I definitely understand the power of being skinny. Like I can see how somebody would never ever want to be fat again, right? But one thing I've learned from being skinny and being mid-sized again is that when you really got a lethal face card, you don't need to be skinny. Skinny is for average looking hoes, right? If you just got a regular mug, then yeah, you need to be skinny. When you average looking, being skinny is your only trump card, right? But when you got a killer mug, right? That face card knock folks out no matter what. You don't need to be skinny. If you go with nothing on, looking beat up, bum, and people still staring at your face, like people are still mesmerized. He's skinny. No, people don't that.
Okay, so is anybody else gonna point out that she looks like a 80s crack whore that got her teeth whitened? Is anybody else gonna say that?
I'll say it.
Okay.
Yeah, she is not attractive at all.
And she's only saying, yeah, well, when you got a decent face, you don't have to be skinny. How would you know?
Right.
This is wild. The delusion is wild.
Yeah, she's very delusional. She's average at best all over again.
She looks like that dude that was a crackhead on Menace to Society. Like, I'll give you these cheeseburgers. How about a double cheeseburger? That's what she looks like.
Yeah.
Talking about she don't have to be in shape because she's so pretty in the face. This is madness.
Maybe if she would have did her hair and set up in a bed, like sit up and look into the camera, she probably would have looked halfway decent.
No, she looks like Anna Mayes.
Anna Mayes.
Hold on. Let me show y'all who Anna Mayes is.
I don't even know who that is. Yeah, she looks like she was a bully back in school. I'll tell you that. She got that look, that hardcore look.
Well, speaking of hardcore looks, this is Anameus.
It's not even a woman.
No, it's not.
Oh wow. Yeah, she looks masculine just like that.
Yeah, so Anameus is the person from 300 that got kicked into this pit when they said, "This is Sparta." That is no, that's the same actor.
That's him.
He is the lead gladiator in Spartacus. Yes, he's the top gladiator. That's what she looks like. Talking about how beautiful her mug is.
Mm-mm. Yeah, she is not beautiful at all. Yeah,
You see
she
that?
does look like that. Wow. Yeah, you spot on with that one.
Face though? People wage wars over faces like that. You know what I mean? Truly beautiful people do not need to be real thin. They don't. They just don't. I'm not saying they could just be big as fuck, but they
Hey, GC, you're borking
definitely don't
out
have to be worried about being
the
skinny.
video.
It can definitely be with the gold that don't go away. That's forever. People know true beauty when they see it, and it don't have nothing to do with
GC, GC.
size. Mind you, I used to be obsessed with being thin. Like
It was borging really, really bad. I don't know if that's me and my service. Huh?
What happened?
No, I was saying it was borging really, really
Hello?
bad. I don't know. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, that's because she's not attractive.
Oh, you saying it was borging because she wasn't attractive?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was really bad. Put a 1 in the chat if it was borging, because I don't know if that's my service or if that's GC. If that's my Wi-Fi. Put a 1 in the chat, guys, if it was borging. Put a 2 if I'm tripping. Because I need to know. Was it me? Oh, so it was borging. Okay. They're saying it was
Okay.
borging.
All right, we'll give it time to buffer. But she was going in a tirade about how pretty she is. That is wild.
It's not pretty at all. Nothing pretty about her. I'm sorry.
Well, she said something interesting too. She said that like in junior high and in high school, she wasn't considered pretty, but when she turned 18, she was. Listen, ladies, you don't become prettier when you turn 18. You become legal.
Mm. I mean, you can grow into your looks.
Some people grow into their looks, but really, you just become legal. You're now legal, meaning that your dating pool, which was once only 18 or only 17-year-old boys, went from every man that's from 18 to 88. You're barely legal to them.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're starting to get 55-year-old men who are tired of fucking their wives, and they see like a new 18-year-old, and they really don't care about the face that much because you're a barely legal. Of course, you just entered a new market, but it doesn't mean that you're genetically attractive. It means that you're younger. They're attracted to your youth, not your beauty.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she don't have both. She just
She had. I mean, like there was a time in her life she had, she had at least youth, but you're right, she never had both.
That's what I mean. Yeah, because she's not attractive.
Yeah, but she confused youth with beauty. That was her mistake.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
You know, like, yeah, the guys my own age wasn't checking for me, but when I became legal, all of a sudden I became it's like, no, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
No, you're just legal now.
Yeah, exactly. You're in a new category, and there's a lot more men in this category.
Right. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button while we wait for GC to get this video together. And subscribe.
I mean, it's together. We can try it again.
All right, go ahead.
What do you mean, go ahead? You got to bring it up.
Oh, let's do it again.
Ready? Okay.
We're ready.
So I didn't even know I was gaining weight. My mug was just carrying me through life.
People saying that BBLs is retired is kind of offensive to the women that were always naturally built like this, and then y'all went and got bodies built like us, and now we're out of style. I just think that's so crazy and disrespectful.
Well, all right. That was the end of that. That was a wild episode. Melody, you there? You're muted.
I'm back. I had to. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I had to grab like a tissue, but I'm back.
Okay.
What you just say?
No, I was just saying. What are your thoughts on what we just seen?
My thoughts is it was another hating ass biatch, hating on smaller women because she's just jealous. She was a high school bully. That's what I think. Anybody who speaks like that at that big age as an adult was a bully, and he picked on women who were beautiful and smaller than themselves.
These words are true.
Yeah.
Well, which one are you talking about?
Well, that one that we just saw, like all of them, and then the fat one who was talking crap. All of them, they're just haters. They can't stand to hear women speak positively about themselves who don't look like them. You know, just because these women can pull high value men because they're smaller and they're more attractive in the face, they're jealous because they can never pull that type of man. Look at how they look.
Yeah, I think that they that for a long time, and that's why a lot of the girls were bringing politics into the conversation, and that's because for a long time they were able to like society, they were able to convince society that they're a marginalized group, and you know, society was bending over backwards to make itself to make them comfortable. But now with this new administration, that's not going to be so much. You know, it's you're not going to have the okay. You know, you're not going to have society. It doesn't seem like Trump is going to bend himself over to appease fat women now.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
so they're losing that angle, and Pretty is now going to get more privilege, and they don't like that.
They don't like it at all. And there's some things that I do appreciate about Donald Trump. I mean, you know how I feel about him. But there's some things like the whole, you know, jihad thing. Like there's some things I stand by what he says, his morals and values. But there's a lot of things I just don't F with. So, you know, yeah. So it's just like a so-so with him.
Agreed.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, they don't like that they're not going to be catered to, that they're not going to get their DEI.
Right.
For being fat. They can't just walk into a company and be like, y'all don't have enough fat people. You know,
right.
Just like they walk up, just like, you know, just like they say to Miss Alabama, when was the last time y'all had a fat Miss Alabama?
Exactly. I remember you had to be a certain type of woman to win Miss anything. You had to look like Kenya Moore, Vanessa Williams.
Support so much weight.
Right. So to
The
be a
stages
heavy
back then
set
can only
woman,
support so much weight.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, but yeah,
Here,
pretty
I'm
much
gonna
big
put the
women.
link to movie night in the chat room.
Okay, yeah. Everybody, make sure you hit this link. Let's watch a movie. You know, we get to. Do you still pause it? Because I haven't been there in a while. You pause it,
On
then
the
you.
second movie, I do. So I have like an intro movie. Um, this intro movie is going to be a movie called Sugar Mama,
Okay.
and then I just play that through, and then the other movie I pause during it. That's how that
And then we
works.
talk about it, give our commentary. It's fun. So if you haven't been to movie night yet, definitely make sure you come tonight. Hit that link that GC is about to post right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, hold on one moment.
Grab a drink, grab some popcorn, lay back, relax, and watch a movie. I will be there, so make sure you come through.
Oh dang it! I gotta go to the regular. Hold on, I gotta go to the show chat room, not the StreamYards one. So give me a second.
Okay. Guys, hit the like button on your way out before you leave. Make sure you hit the like button and share. I don't get a lot of shares, so all the people who are here, I'm about to start calling out names. Ray Hanma, Kevin Murray, Freckle Face Artist, Angela C, Dane C. I think I said Dane already. And whoever else is here, make sure you guys are sharing my stream so so y'all can get me out there to the algorithm. And
All right, let's see.
y'all got me to 5 super chats, so I will be doing a show this weekend. So look out for that.
Ooh.
I may do one with swag. So check that out.
Shout out to the swag.
Shout
All right,
out
there's
to
the link.
All right.
There's the link. All right.
So make sure you hit that.
Yeah, I'm about to start that now.
He's starting now, guys. So hit the link. I'm going to keep it up for a second before I shut down. Everybody copy this link right now or hit the link.
All right, people are starting to come in. Let me.
Okay, Capo, hit that link. Ray Hanma, hit the link. Kevin Murray, hit the link.
He already did.
Oh, Kevin is in there?
Yeah.
Who else? Freckle Face Artist, hit that link. New Moon, hit the link. How many people are in there?
It's only a couple.
Okay.
But it's good. It picks up later in the night. So I got to send the email and stuff too.
All right. Everybody hit the link. That's where I'm going to be.
What are they talking about when they say she's below average?
Let me see. Gotta go
No,
down.
somebody in that chat room said that she's below average. I wonder what she they talking about.
She's below average. Probably the lady who we were watching. Can you clarify who you're talking about, AHG?
Yeah, because there was a lot of ladies who were watching. That's thing.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 ladies. So clarify who you're talking about. Okay, Capo just woke up. Ain't it like 3 in the morning over there in England?
In Britain.
In Britain? 3:30. All right, y'all, hit the link. I'm about to end the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thanks for all the super chats. Thank you for getting me to my goal of 5 super chats tonight. So I will be giving you guys a show this weekend. So make sure you tune into my show this weekend. Hit the like button on the way out and make sure you hit the Zoom link. We will be at movie night. This is Checkmate. Peace.